This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman. Instead of talking about how great my law firm is, let's talk about autism awareness. In Central Florida alone, there are thousands of children on the autism spectrum, including my son, Jacob. I'm not asking for a donation, but just a couple seconds of kindness when you see one of our children out in public. It will make a huge difference. If you want or need any information concerning the autism community, contact me at jeff@whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. There are a lot of reasons to vote yes on Amendment 3, but let me give you one more good one. Today, too many adults are sitting in our jails simply because they were using marijuana, and that is just wrong. If I was your governor, I would free or parole every person in jail for possession and then expunge everyone's record. Amendment 3 will put a stop to this and let the cops fight real crime, not fake crime. I'm tired of people being thrown in jail for something that is less harmful than alcohol or opioids. So now let's finish what I started and join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
I'm Rebecca. I was injured in a car accident and hired one of the big TV law firms. They sent me to an injury clinic that I felt just wanted to make money off me. I needed an attorney and doctors who cared about me. I called attorney Glenn Klausman, and he helped me get the best doctors who really helped me. I was extremely pleased with my settlement. He also got me $10,000 for vet bills for my dog that was injured in the accident, and he did that for free. Call attorney Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. That's 407-917-1718. Glenn Klausman, Office, Winter Park.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Big news for veterans and first-time homebuyers. The Hometown Heroes program provides up to $35,000 down payment and closing costs. Get pre-approved at thatmortgagguydon.com.
With thatmortgagguydon.com.
I'm Mo DeWitt, and the Just Call Mo Comedy Jam is back. Join us Thursday, September 5th at the Orlando Funny Bone. And remember, it's all for the Yellow Brick Road Foundation, a great local charity. Tickets start at just $20. Get yours today at mocomedyjam.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, August 15th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Mexican mystery bombshells to a mysterious black ring appears over Virginia, and will Hurricane Ernesto be heading our way? Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
C-Lane is out. I almost forgot for a second. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Oh, peachy. Very peachy. Something got messed up here. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
I noticed the disclaimer didn't air, and that means that everything we say does represent the views of iHeartRadio today.
In that case, world peace. And we love iHeartRadio and all of our advertisers. So I can hit it real quick.
No. We're good.
Yeah.
You guys know what the disclaimer is, right? Disclaimer, right? Everybody knows. Other than that, we're good. You can eject it, as a matter of fact. Just eject it right out of the system.
Somebody's going to get offended. That's just the way the world works.
That's right.
Offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions
that pretty much covers it, right?
Nailed it. Okay. I don't. The podcast bump is going now. And,
it is, but we're still on, right?
Yeah, it's just now the podcast will be affected. Guys, come on, really? I mean,
that wasn't me. It was whoever and sitting in my seat beforehand.
Who was over there today? Somebody out on the show before or no?
Angel was out.
Did he get COVID again? This guy or what?
COVID.
God, it's going around, man. You got to be careful out there. Okay, we have a ton of stuff to talk about today. We shall get into all of that momentarily. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours, and we go to former President Trump, who was giving a speech. I believe he was in North Carolina. Let's see what former President Trump had to say.
People go to the grocery store and they have less than half a deal. In fact, I had something here.
Half a deal?
Half a deal? Okay. I think that's 50% off.
Well, still, you know what? Half a deal, not bad, though. If you still have half of a deal. I didn't even realize he threw that in there. He's like, they got half a deal.
People go to the grocery store and they have less than half
less than half a
deal. In fact, I had something here. I did have.
All right, he's pulling out of his coat.
I would show you. Wait a minute. I don't know if you've seen this. I used it once. Oh, I have it. I do have it.
What?
Look at this. Look at this.
So, all right. What are you talking about?
You probably wouldn't guess it. He's pulling out Tic Tacs. He's pulling out a pack of Tic Tacs.
This is Tic Tacs, right? Really? I don't know if I like the company. I've never met. I have no idea. They're so lucky. Look at all the television. This is the greatest commercial they ever had.
Is it?
And then in his right hand,
double Tic Tacs, half a deal.
That's inflation Tic Tac, I think. And in one hand, he's got regular size Tic Tacs. In other hand, inflation Tic Tacs. And so this is what.
But that's what happened. This is inflation.
This is inflation.
I don't understand what's going on.
It's easy to understand. The Tic Tacs got smaller. That's what happened here. We went from big Tic Tac. Okay. This was Trump time.
Also, for the sake of relation, I brought my Tic Tacs out same exact time, but I did just launch 8 into my mouth.
Oh, that's a lot at once.
Are you okay?
I feel like I should spit them out.
By the way, I want to say to you, good choice, because so many people will make big mistakes in the Tic Tac world there. Those are the right ones to get right there.
They're good. They're fresh. They're minty.
Yes.
These are the
orange
same
ones
kind.
are the orange is no good. No,
that's
gross.
just candy.
Yes, it's not a Tic Tac. I don't know what they were branching out into with the orange Tic Tacs. That was a bad idea.
But what's great about these, like you need a quick little fresh boost, and then they dissolve. You could do your gums, but then where are you going to put the gum afterwards?
Hang on, hold that thing of Tic Tacs up.
Inflation.
When did you get these Tic Tacs?
Half a deal. This is how I bought them.
Yeah, if you got those, that can't be right. He says inflation made the tiny Tic Tacs be the thing.
I've used these for quite some time. I bought in bulk. So I'm also sitting on 20 other packs at my house for some reason.
All right. If you get them now, you get the Tic Tac for Tic Tac.
This is Tic Tac. This is inflation. This is what's happened.
It's weird to me also. This is Tic Tac. This is Tic Tac. I say Tic Tacs. I do the plural because I view each one of them as one Tic Tac, right? And then
individual Tic Tac.
Yeah. And then the whole thing is Tic Tacs. But he says this is Tic Tac. This is Tic Tac.
But that's what happened. This is inflation. This is Tic Tac. This is Tic Tac.
What he means is we went from Trump Tic Tacs, big ass Tic Tacs, to these Biden Tic Tacs over here.
Look
the
exactly
tiny little
the same.
What?
Are they not?
Size-wise?
He's holding them differently.
No, this one
is
like
Tic Tac, and this is Tic Tac. This is Tic Tac, and this is Tic Tac.
You have a point.
This one over here, maybe he's holding it behind.
Exact size.
You think this is the same size?
Sean, he's holding it like this instead of like this versus that.
I don't know. There might be some optical illusion going
on. Conspiracy.
the one in one of his hands is about the size of like a quarter, and this one's like the size of like 3/4 over here. Am I crazy? This one seems way smaller in his left hand.
I mean, I couldn't tell you, but I will tell you as a Tic Tac consumer, that's probably just a size option.
I would think so, yeah.
It has nothing to do with Trump.
I don't think all Tic Tacs have gone to that tiny little size there.
No, they have not.
I don't think...
Right here. I'm telling you, facts. Tic Tac facts.
America would be raging if that was the case. We would be hitting the streets and saying, what's going on with the Tic Tac situation we have? But there you go. Trump he's very upset about this. That's our situation with inflation, he says, and it's all proved by the Tic Tacs. We have a big bombshell update in the Mexico drugging mystery story, and we're going to get to that in a bit. But first, let's check this out because Cara emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. She's talking about the story we discussed yesterday, which was about Raglan Road in Disney Springs, where Disney said, in the craziest statement in a long time on this show, that a person who died because of an allergy, an allergic reaction that happened after eating at Raglan Road, this Irish restaurant that is on Disney's Disney Springs territory. They said they're not responsible for this civil litigation, a civil lawsuit, because the person who died, the woman who died, who was a doctor who knew all about her allergies and explained them to the server, her husband had a Disney Plus account. So not even her, but her husband, who was waging the lawsuit against Disney.
And the Disney Plus account that he signed up for was for a free trial.
Yes, yeah, but he also had a ticket to Epcot at one point, too. So real big. The case is growing here.
Can't sue us for your wife dying.
And this says, hey, Sean, just listen to the show. You're talking about that woman with the food allergies who ate at Raglan Road. This is the first thing you see under the menu section, and it's about allergies. And she shows me in the email, and I wonder, was this there before? I'd love to see a before and after. Because this says, for guests with food allergies, kindly note that we are not, in all caps, a gluten allergen-free restaurant. We cannot, in all caps, guarantee that any dish we prepare is free from gluten, allergen, or free from cross-contact. Guests must notify their server of any allergy-friendly requests. Even if this is new, they did that. A manager will then discuss your allergy menu with you. The server did it previously. Guests must use their own discretion to make the informed choices based on their individual dietary needs, consuming raw or undercooked meats, poultry, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on with an allergy warning on top of the menu now. But was that there before, or is that new since this incident occurred?
They missed the disclaimer and did it halfway through the first segment.
Hey, whatever, man.
Yes, we have heard of that happening before. I've heard of that being the case in the past. Brad emails
I don't even know how to explain this to Jack and C-Lane. I'm like, first of all, sorry to bother you on your day off. We're about 5 minutes in, but boy, do I have an update for you.
Can you fire off things or no?
I'm pretty sure. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Oh, so we don't even know if I say, like, it's coming up next on the news, Junkie.
Almost hit it. I had to stop myself.
We don't even know if we'll be able to fire off spots.
I'm sure we'll be able to fire off.
Yeah, we'll be good. Yeah, I think we're good.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Brad says, I just watched Hollywood Con Queen on Apple TV Plus. I think you'll love it. It's a crazy story about somebody pretending to be Hollywood big shots and scamming people around the world. Check it out, says Brad. I have not heard of that yet. But Apple TV is on top of things. They have some good stuff that's been coming out as of late. I'm watching that Sunny show. I like that one. I like the robot. I like Rashida Jones. When you got those two together in a television show,
Roboto Jones,
you got my attention. I think those things are good. And the only thing I don't like. You ever watch a show? The thing about this show, has anybody seen Sunny yet? Either one of you, C-Lane or Josh? Sabrina or Josh?
I'm not good at C-Lane's impression. I started to watch it, fell asleep. I think second episode. So
you sound like Bane instead of C-Lane there for a second.
I'm C-Lane.
I was born in the dark.
I'm moving my house today.
All right. The thing about this show that kind of throws me off a little bit is the character that Rashida Jones plays. She's the one that you're supposed to feel sorry for, but it's one of those characters that doesn't really have any redeeming qualities. Like she's kind of an ass, and she's kind of abrasive to people. But then again, there's bad things that have happened to her, so you kind of side with her a little bit. And at first she hates the robot, and I hate robots too. So I'm like, okay, we're on the same side here. But then the robot is adorable. So I'm like, am I wrong about the robot thing? No, I'm not wrong about the robot thing.
They're pulling you to their side.
This just shows you, Josh, how creepy the robots can be and how effective they can be, because this thing is winning me over. It's adorable. Oh, it's a whole journey that you have to go on. But I do like that show, and Apple Plus has been cranking out some pretty good stuff in my view. When we come back, we'll get to this bombshell update on the Mexico, Cancun, drugging, girls, Christian college mystery story that we've been following for the last week or so. What is the news? That is coming up next in the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando, and it does seem that there is a delay right now southbound on Highway 1792. Approaching I-4, you're going to feel that delay from before Dirksen Drive. Right now, also, the traffic signals are on flash in both directions, east and westbound, on US 192. That's near Avalon Road, so give yourself a little extra time there. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 approaching 535. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. September 20th and 21st.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Keep listening for your next chance to be there.
The human soul requires a minimum daily requirement of entertainment. Welcome to MGM Rewards. With the greatest live shows on earth, they have all the entertainment you can handle and more. Book now and make the most of your Vegas getaway at MGMRewards.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. After 28 years of practicing law and being responsible for thousands of people who've lost their jobs, their financial freedom, and even their lives, I believe when trying to decide on an attorney, you should ask yourself three things. How long have they been in business? Do they have good reviews? And do they actually care? Hopefully you never need us, but if you do, call us at 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Or visit us at whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Jeff Jr., founder and CEO of Trajan Wealth. I was born and raised in northern Wisconsin by both my father, who owned a small 10-lane bowling alley, and my mother, who was a nurse, who did her best caring for everyone in our small town. My parents stressed with me that if you were going to do anything, it needed to be done right or not done at all. I later joined the Marine Corps, where additional values were instilled. Values like honor, courage, and commitment. The motto of the Marine Corps, Semper Fi, which means always faithful. The best part of Trajan Wealth, our 100-plus employees who also embrace the exact same values. If your current financial advisor is more interested in selling you something or is more loyal to their own financial gain than yours, give us a call for a second opinion. We would be honored to hear from you. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Another insurance story from...
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny final expense insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Between the lines, far beyond legal and ethical limits, and under the surface.
Too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We've officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events. Is somebody messing with us? Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Get semaglutide available in stock and ready to ship today from Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
By simply sending us a dispatch. That's what we call a recorded message that you send over on the newsjunkie.com. Super easy for you to do, or should be. If you have any problems, email me. The Boomer support hotline is tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I'll try to help you out if you screw things up. Otherwise, you should be good to go, though. And we'll get those opinions on in just a moment. If you don't feel like leaving your voice on the show, which is like 99% of you, 99.5% of you maybe, then you can always email. And if you'd like to be anonymous, put it right up on top, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you agree, if you disagree, if you want to talk about something entirely, if you want to hear us talk about something differently, it's like the all request line, baby. Just say what's on your mind over at tips@thenewsjunkie.com. A shock twist, they say. Who could have seen this coming? Nobody, right? Nobody could have seen this coming. A shock twist in the mystery of the Oklahoma State University students who say they were drugged at their Mexico resorts. It's what's happening over
like
there?
A flash bang bomb went.
Sorry. Did the special forces just run into your booth at the radio station there?
The jig is up for me, guys. I'm done.
I love that it's like just because some people aren't here today, that it's sabotage with everyone else that decided to show up to work.
I think this is C-Lane when he's normally in that booth is in the dark. He is like,
I did that, and then the computer screen was reflecting off my glasses, and it made it look like I was doing Matrix cosplay, so I felt weird.
Yeah, CC Lane likes that. He likes the Matrix cosplay, so he goes with it. Now Josh is like, as bright as
now
can
he's like
be.
in a cafeteria. Yeah,
Now he's gone.
I can see that.
Uh-huh.
You look like a robot.
You could disappear at any moment right now.
Finally.
All right, we got to get to this shocking twist in this mystery of the Oklahoma State University students who say they were drugged at their Mexico resort. And yes, it is indeed a bombshell report here.
Bombshell World Exclusive.
Here we go. The update I've been waiting for, at least. Officials in Mexico have claimed allegations 2 college students were drugged with fentanyl-laced drinks at a resort are false. The head of the state attorney general's office, Rachel Lopez Salazar, said an investigation has found that Zara Hull and Kaylee Pitts were never spiked, according to the local news reports. The Oklahoma State University students were left in wheelchairs after drinking the possibly tainted water on August 2nd. Disturbing images, yes, disturbing in how staged they were. Disturbing images showed them slumped over a poolside bar moments after the alleged poisoning. But in a statement, Salazar said the girls' drug tests came back clean. No! Say it ain't so. You're saying the toxicology reports came back clean? No! No shot that's true.
But
Who could have seen this coming?
A ventilator down their throat.
Because the girl, I'll call the rest of it. Because when she went in there, she was panicking, and she was like, you have to find out what's wrong. And they said, there's no drugs in your system. And she goes, well, something's wrong. And they go, would you like us to do an MRI? And she's freaking out. They go, we can sedate you for the MRI. So they go to sedate her for the MRI, and they put the breathing tube in. And then she goes, oh, this makes it look like I'm super sick. Take a photograph right now. That's what happened in this case. That's exactly what happened here. Officials in Mexico have said it is not true, all right? This is their side of the story coming out now. But in a statement, Salazar said the drug test came back clean and the case has been exaggerated, and it classifies as simple alcohol consumption, according to the Mexican officials.
All of this. Now tell me that GoFundMe is aware and that they're still going to get this probably $30,000 collectively.
Let's circle back there. Go to Zara Hull GoFundMe, or however you've been bringing it up, because I know you've been looking at that throughout this story. Let's just see if that's changed at all. They said there was no drug dealing here in Quintana Roo with fentanyl. Hull and Pitts were on a dream vacation with their boyfriends when the horror unfolded. It was previously reported that they were in Cancun. Wow. And then revealed that they were actually staying at a hotel in Isla Mujeres. Yes, it was revealed that they weren't staying where they said they were staying because people didn't want them to know where they were, that they were at the Planet Hollywood Resort, not in Cancun, but nearby at this other place called Isla Mujeres. And I have emailed Planet Hollywood and not received a response from them just yet. I have emailed,
do their job,
and messaged the mother of this of the folks who were over there in the Cancun area, if you will. And she was yelling at me at first, saying, how could you do this? How could you say that my daughter was not telling the truth about this? And then I said, join me on the show. I'm glad to hear your side of the story. And since this stuff has been boiling in the background, she has gone radio silent on this. So previously reported that they were in Cancun, but in fact, they were staying at a hotel in Isla Mujeres. State Secretary of Tourism Bernardo Cueto said the students and their families are yet to lodge any formal complaint. He called the situation a very rare case and a very strange situation that is being investigated. He told local media his office has approached the United States consulate to get in touch with the families, but has yet to hear back from the families. And they said, though the consulate requested more information from the relatives, they wanted to get them to participate in this investigation. There has been no response.
Oh, convenient.
No response. They're not responding to the investigators as well. There was no interest or intention from the relatives to give us more details of what happened. I have to tell you, in no uncertain terms, it seems very strange to me, a very strange situation. Because if somebody's health is affected in some establishment, the first thing you do is report the establishment you were possibly or supposedly poisoned at.
No, the only thing they wanted to report is how much everything cost and then do the photo shoot.
Yeah,
so I'm looking at 2 GoFundMes. And people are still donating. Like, as of a day ago, hours ago, was a $400 donation. One of which has helped bring Zara Hall home safely.
Yeah.
So I feel like that one should be shut down because she is home.
Since a friend paid, what was it, $26,000 for her flight back to Dallas from the area in Mexico by Cancun.
That one has almost $7,000. And then the other one, which is urgent help to get Zara back to the United States, is almost at $26,000.
So two of them, around $60,000 total that they have raised.
What?
Off of the, you said 30 for the first one?
No, 7,000 and then 26,000.
Seven and 26. So 33,000.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, $33,000. Well, so far too, because you said the people are still donating as of like recently here.
Some guy named Dale Snyder, $400.
Yeah, Dale.
Thank you, Dale.
Heard all the reports from all these media outlets and heard the mom saying, we thought they were trying to take her organs. We thought the evil Mexicans were trying to steal my daughter and sell her into sex trafficking. And you thought this was going to happen and this was going to happen. And it turns out that I was right all along. What I was suspecting had happened in this case was these people who didn't have a lot of experience drinking went and got drunk in the Mexican sun and then thought somebody must have drugged them afterwards. And then made up an entire story around this. And like the bad, evil Mexicans did this, they did that, they did this. My God. Finally, though, I'm super excited about two things. One, media outlets are finally pushing back. They're asking questions because it's uncomfortable. You got to be the person who goes, well, and you got to push back on the narrative that the evil Mexicans wanted to kill these young American Christian girls or whatever. So that's good that there's a pushback, and I hope we get more stories like this. We'll probably never get any kind of admission here, but
I don't remember anything.
And the other thing I'll throw money down on is
how much?
I would throw $10,000 down on this to the mother of this girl. Okay, this is the mother of Zara Hull. $10,000 I'll throw down on this. If you can provide to me a toxicology report that says what you said was true, because she said that U.S. doctors told them that there was fentanyl in the water that was given to her daughter.
What?
And I guarantee you that she was badgering these people for the answer that there was fentanyl in that water. And the doctor said, we have no evidence of fentanyl, no evidence. She goes, well, what if it's like a mystery fentanyl, brand new, concocted in a lab just for my daughter? And they go, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't show up. And they go, okay, the doctor said, proven that it's mystery fentanyl. That is exactly what is happening.
Like the mystery warhead flavors, the lollipops.
Yes, it's just like those, but maybe less strong, actually, because those had a lot of meth in them. A lot of meth. And Tanya on YouTube says, no breathing tube for an MRI, WTF. If it's with contrast, you have an IV, nothing more. They can give you something for anxiety, which is common. Not if they're sedating you like that and putting in a breathing tube for. Look, do you think they did it because she was drunk? When somebody comes in drunk, oftentimes people at the hospital will tell them, "Hey, it seems pretty clear that you're just drunk." You think they just go, "Let's shove a breathing tube down here," or do you think all the rest of the story, as I told you was the case, is falling apart and crumbling before our very eyes here? Finally, yes. That is what is happening here. Crazy drunk cat lady says, what about the other daughter? Are they making the same claims? The other daughter says, wild story, okay? The other girl who was with her, her friend, says, I too passed out at that bar when we took this very not staged photo. Yeah, I too
each other's hands.
Was holding hands with Zara, and this magical photo that just happened to be while we were, at the moment the drugs kicked in and the fentanyl made us pass out. I too was there. And she goes, I too felt really sick. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning. Oh. I had a terrible headache. I could barely move my body.
Been there.
I felt like I was going to vomit. Any of these things sound familiar?
I was there this morning.
Yeah. These are the things that you go through when you drink too much at a bar in Mexico. There you go. All right. So all eyes on this story. I hope there's more pressure here. I hope people keep stepping up and calling them out on this. And I hope the mom responds. I'm not going to message her anymore because I said,
oh my
sure?
God, how much have you been blowing her up?
Not much.
Sean.
She messaged me to be clear, I never messaged her to start this communication off. She messaged me, she commented online, and she emailed me personally to the Tips email address. The mother did. I responded to the Tips email address. She never responded to my request for the toxicology report. I responded to, excuse me, her Facebook message and said, be glad to talk to you. Let me know what time works. And then she didn't respond. And I said, could you do 2 p.m. on this date? And she didn't respond. And I said, one last opportunity. Are you interested in speaking? If not, I'll take this as a no.
Well,
and
then
that's
F you, all right? And I hope that you have sandpaper between your toes, bitch.
Sandpaper between the toes sounds bad. That sounds rough.
That's how the cartels get you.
Never said anything mean to her. Never said anything other than what I just stated. Those are just a handful of messages. And so I don't want to follow up again. I think I'm just happy that there's pressure coming their way. I'm happy to see that. What do you think about this? Do you still believe the story that we're truly drugged? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. We'll hear from you momentarily. I have some news, though. Not great news, if I'm honest with you, but here we go. This involves all of us.
Great.
This is
cool.
You, Sabrina, you, Josh. Hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every single American, just so you know. All right. Yeah. I mean, here we go.
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Hold on. What if I had LifeLock, though?
You'll just know about it. They'll just tell you that they've stolen your stuff and not block it.
Kidding me. Every single American, huh?
Every single American, they say. Hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every American. And I want to see if you guys have the same opinion that a couple of people on Twitter/X had when I posted about this yesterday.
Is it I give up?
Yes,
Okay,
basically.
cool.
It was like, well, no more than they had on me already. What can I do? All my info is out there. There is no privacy anymore. This is what I expect to be happening. I give up, essentially, has been the response I've seen from a lot of people.
You just hope that, I don't know, the people that are entrusted to protect your privacy, like the, was this the government that was hacked?
This would have been the...
that they could have the necessary steps to stop something like that. But the fact that the hackers got every single American's social security number, it's
Probably
like,
not
all
true.
right, okay, what now?
Yeah.
Tic-tac.
This is about 4 months after a notorious hacking group claimed to have stolen an extraordinary amount of sensitive personal information from a major data broker. A member of the group has reportedly released most of it for free on an online marketplace for stolen personal data. The breach, which includes social security numbers and other sensitive data, could power a raft of identity theft, fraud, and other crimes, said Teresa Murray, an online and consumer watchdog director for the U.S. Public Information Research Group. If this, in fact, is pretty much the whole dossier on all of us, it certainly is much more concerning than prior breaches. And if people weren't taking precautions in the past, which they should have been doing, this should be a 5-alarm wake-up call for them. So,
okay.
I really believe it. We're just screwed when it comes to this stuff. What can you do? You can't put the genie back in the bottle.
Yeah, what's the point of doing anything now?
All your info is out there. When your browser tells you to change your password, you're like, okay, I've changed my password. I've tried to be as secure as possible. If you were a freak about this and went the extra mile to do everything you could to secure your information, you're still screwed. Everybody is screwed.
Yay!
I don't know. Like, it's not a lot more than that you can say or do, or it's just the way of life now. And my grandparents would probably be hyperventilating over this if they hadn't died a million years ago. But my grandparents would be like, wait, hold on. They got our information. But that quickly, in 2 generations, you go from, I ain't giving, you think I'm going to give you my credit card number over the intranet? That's how people used to be not that long ago. I'm never doing that. I'm not going to give you my name or my information. Who do you think? Now it's everybody just throwing up their shoulders and going, what am I supposed to do?
They're not even, it's not like they're trying to print you. You're the prince from whatever country and you need help and you're going to wire money. They're not fooling the individual. Now they're surpassing us and just hacking the government.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do at this point? What is going to happen, though? It's like, do you just hear about that massive hack with the government? Why don't you pay $400 a month for us to protect you moving forward?
Yeah.
So it never happens again.
And then
But
it'll happen again. Right, it'll still just happen again.
Over it,
All
man.
right. Let us know what you think. Mr. D. Van says, good luck, hackers, at finding out where all my gold is buried. That's the solution.
Check his butt.
You got to be as careful as possible, I guess. Okay, when we come back,
I'm in a don't give an F mode right now.
That's fine.
As everything
Right
continues
on.
to crumble around me.
Wait, there's more stuff crumbling over there? What's
Just
happening?
Finding out that my Social Security number's out.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything was moved around. God knows how that first segment went. I'm ready to party.
It's going fine. I think it's going
No
fine,
safe zone
everybody.
rules.
Chad, everything going fine? I think we're fine. I think we're fine so far, hopefully.
Whatever, dude.
Raw dogging flights has become such an internet meme that there's a brand new thing that has emerged that we must talk about. And I will never, ever, ever, ever do this. But maybe you will. We'll see. What is it? That is coming up next on the... almost on the internet. I don't know what that means. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
I am not a chocolate sucker. What I do like to do, though, is bite them in half and extrude the peanut while the shells of the M&M are dead in my mouth.
That's what it is.
On
You're
my
a
tongue.
nut sucker.
I'm not a nut sucker, Deborah.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for the rest of our Thursday. And for today, temperatures will be climbing to a high of 92 degrees in Orlando. We'll stay mostly dry, but some afternoon showers and thunderstorms can't be ruled out, some of which could have some heavy downpours. We're only expecting about a 40% chance of rain with drier and cooler conditions expected for tomorrow and into our Saturday, with highs only reaching 90 degrees for our Friday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, from thatmortgageguyDon.com, is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family. That's right. Every Saturday morning, you can tune into the Home Loans Radio Show and get your questions answered live on the air. Don and his crew, they're answering your questions. They're pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. He's explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a friend, a human, not like a number, like all the other mortgage companies would. And that's very important when it comes to making big decisions like refinancing or buying your first dream home. So get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times. From Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
Savings class is in session at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Right now, close out pricing on new Nissans or find the perfect back-to-school pre-owned vehicle. And school shopping is on us with a $500 Visa gift card. Don't be late to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Online at OrlandoNissan.com. Home with a lifetime warranty. With purchase of a new Nissan. See dealer for details.
Hi there. Jesse Bon Jovi here. When I created Hampton Water Rosé with my dad, John Bon Jovi, we blended the best French rosé with the laid-back lifestyle of the Hamptons. Hampton Water. Born in France, raised in the Hamptons. Rosé responsibly.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
HCA Florida Maitland Emergency, located just south of Maitland Boulevard on Forest City Road, is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of Oviedo Medical Center. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
School shopping is on us. Get a $500 Visa gift card today. Click OrlandoNissan.com for details.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
Sarah emails. Sarah says, "Hey there, junkies. I have a topic I would like advice on." Well, that's fine. You could do that. I mean,
All right, Sarah, do that.
I said you could do this on the show. You can email us whatever you want, including if you want our advice on something. That's fine.
We used to have a segment where we gave advice. Remember that?
Yeah, we shut that down.
I thought it was pretty decent advice, if you ask me.
There had to be something good in there somewhere. There must have been some good advice there.
Yeah, we didn't shut it down. We lost the sponsor for it. I think they thought it was bad advice. But, what can you do?
That happens more often than not. I have a topic I would like advice on. I know it's not in my control, but my place of work is now treating COVID as if it was the flu. No matter when you tested positive, if you're able to, you can work. No requirements on wearing a mask as well. I'll pause there for a second. At this time in 2024, if you're like a healthy adult between the ages of 25, 54, right in that age range, or like I would say from kids to somebody in their 50s or so, it basically is. It basically is the flu. That doesn't mean you're not wrong, though, and I'll explain in just a moment here. It's just there are some people that I see that are doomers that are still so worried, even though they're like young, healthy people. They bought into so much of the doom and gloom that they were seeing in the news. And I'll see people wearing N95 masks in 100-degree weather. Oof. And I'm like, God almighty. And maybe sometimes it's somebody who has, they're like immunocompromised, or they have like a family member who they're trying to make sure they're not sick for. Sometimes that's the case, but there's a lot of people who are just totally healthy and who are neurotic as hell or are otherwise just doomers on this. So I hate that. I hate that that's happened to some people. Anyhow, back to your email. I think personally this is not okay. No matter if you have a mask, the virus is still there. I tried to work today, but I didn't realize my 73-year-old coworker was there. I went home shortly after as I couldn't bear the thought of her getting sick. What are your thoughts on this topic? Thanks, says Sarah. And I think that we should have learned something from the last couple of years, and it should be as clear as day to anybody who is paying attention. And that is, we need to kick away the culture of going to work sick. It doesn't matter if it's the flu or if it's any other number of things that you have. It used to be like, unless you're dying in bed, you better get your ass in here to work. And this was thought as like something that we should just do as good employees. But it's also stupid business, because let's say Josh is sick and he's coughing and stuff. And Jack Bradshaw cracks the whip at iHeart and he goes, get your ass in here. What's your temperature right now? Josh goes, 104. And he goes, pa! Anything under 108, we go to work at iHeart Radio. And Josh goes, you got what you wanted as somebody running a business. Your employee showed up to work.
And he threw up on the board, and that's a $10,000 replacement.
That's fine. Now Josh gets 11 people sick at work. And some of those people end up getting sick enough that they have to take a day off.
That'll learn you.
Was the strategy a good one? No, it's stupid. When you're sick, it's not the tough thing to do to show up to work. It's the smart thing to not show up at work and just recover for a couple of days so you get to 100%. That's a dumb thing that we need to have learned from all of this crap. And I think that should be agreeable to everybody. So I don't know. I mean, workplaces are still struggling with what exactly the one to me. Stephen emails tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, and he says about the girls being drugged in Mexico. You're probably right about the girls not getting drugged, but do you not know what a ventilator is? LOL. It's a breathing machine, which is very dangerous. They do not use that for an MRI. Haha, says Stephen. Yes, Stephen, I am not a doctor nor a nurse nor anything like that.
Nothing like that.
Nothing
that's for
like
sure.
that. Nope. Not a doctor or a nurse.
Yep.
Am I back?
You
are
there.
back?
You are.
Hi. Welcome
Just
back.
go to, speaking of sick, blow my nose because I have a boogie. And you should have seen the footage of me going like this, talk.
Josh, get to work. Start talking.
I'm relearning all these buttons all of a sudden, and it's very challenging.
But that wasn't on you. That was just our sweet little internet connection.
No worries. So Steven says it's a breathing machine, which is very dangerous. They do not use it for an MRI. LOL. I said to Steven, I'm not a doctor, nor a nurse, nor somebody who knows anything about these things. The woman was what I would call intubated. I don't know if I was saying breathing machine. If so, I didn't mean that. I'm talking about like a tube down her throat. And we don't know.
Intubated means that machine's breathing for you, though, right?
No, intubated means they're bypassing your regular breathing process, I think. Hold on. Again,
I
not
think
a
they
doctor.
just shove the tube far enough down to where it can go into your lungs.
All right, let's see. I don't want to get anything more wrong or I'll trigger Steven here. Intubated is...
Intubate.
To intubate is to insert a tube into a person or a body part, especially the trachea for ventilation. It is possible to intubate patients undergoing oral surgery in the hospital. Oral surgery.
My name's Earl Surgery.
I'd go to that guy. I trust him.
Intubating.
I don't know why, but I trust him. So, yeah, let us know what you think. Thank you, Stephen, for the email, you absolute dick. Over to Mark. Mark says, Sabrina was spot on. We'll put this email to the side.
Oh, whatever. Come on, man. I could use a boost.
All right, fine.
In my little window here.
I got you.
Big window.
That's what I was doing whilst I was talking. C-Lane's sabotaging from abroad, acting like is necessary. Hi, guys. Sabrina was right, this person said. I originally emailed you a couple of weeks ago from the same address, similar question. Thanks for picking me for Fritz on the street. We missed it by that much. Did we really, though? I think I let you down. Just to clarify, my question for Mo, as short as I can make it, is this. How do the courts in Florida usually treat assets obtained outside of marriage in the event of a separation? So, like, if you're not married, but you have joint things together. Things are becoming ugly, and I know that the second I attorney up, the S is going to hit the fan. She is assuming that she gets all the assets, including our house and acreage in the area, which are paid for. I'm supposed to just walk away and start from scratch at 56 years old. All that I'm hoping for is half or close to it of the current value. I can only imagine that I'm not the first or last one of your listeners that have been experiencing this. I trust Mo's opinion, and my attorney in Colorado can't get involved because of previous involvement with both of us. Not to be smart, also hates everything about the show, from my favorite weekend T-shirts to listening to secret shows on Saturday morning while I work around the house. That's ground to ditch her without everything else as I see it, says Mark. Mark, thanks for the update. I'll put this with the other email. There it is.
Yeah, and
right?
highlight that part where she hates the show.
Yeah.
That's going to come up in court for sure.
I think that's important. All right, I'm going to put this. I'm putting it right here near your other email. I couldn't find it, but it's in there somewhere, I'm sure. We'll ask Mo tomorrow when he joins us on the show. Raw dogging flights, beyond being just an absolutely stupid thing, to go on a flight that's longer than, let's say, an hour and not occupy your brain or yourself with anything is not a feat of strength mentally. It is, in fact, an indication that your brain is just not a very creative space. It's an indication that you sitting there in your own thoughts is enough for you to go for 8 hours on a trip to Europe. It's an indication that you're boring, probably. But some people take pride in that, and they go, I flew from Arizona to England, and I didn't put my headphones on. I never looked at my phone. I didn't use the in-flight entertainment. And
Sociopath.
I'm
Seriously.
super cool. Well, now, if you're interested in trying this, I have good news for the dopes who want to give this a shot. If you're absolutely desperate to raw dog your next flight but haven't got a trip on the horizon, you can now raw dog from the comfort of your own living room.
I already do.
This is a not that kind. This is a brand new kind of loser that just emerged here. Yep, the viral travel trend has evolved into something you can actually do from home. And although it's probably not quite as hardcore, it's a pretty decent second option. They said there's a video game now, if you want to call that a video game, which is called Raw Dog Simulator. So you could pretend you're on a real flight for several hours and stare at the seat in front of you.
Okay. No.
Some of you just don't have enough going on in your lives.
That's like playing Grand Theft Auto and following traffic laws the whole time.
Right, I'm going to obey all the rules here. That is a really lame thing, but enjoy if that's something that you're into.
Did you see the other article, though, about the raw dogging?
Which one?
On flights, sorry.
I don't know. Josh is raw dogging? No, not
no. It was, let me try to find it and send it in time, or look on Bro Bible. I think that it says trend of raw dogging a flight could, according to experts, lead to death.
No. Well, actually, it could. Yeah, it could, because they tell you on a long flight you're supposed to get up and walk around, right? Have you ever heard that advice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you got to have circulation in your body.
Compression socks.
Yeah. This says trend of raw dogging a flight could lead to death. This is the one you're talking about, I believe. When you board a plane to take a long-distance flight, usually most people come prepared. You bring a book, blah, blah, blah. Now experts say if these people aren't careful, raw dogging could cost them their life.
Now scroll past the 4 ads.
Nutritionist Toby King explained to travel site Inspire Ambitions that raw dogging a flight could increase the risk of blood clots. This is one of the most dangerous trends I've seen on social media in a while. And while it looks innocent and a bit of fun on the surface, this could have deadly consequences.
No.
It doesn't look fun at all.
Not one bit.
I would urge people to use sense when traveling, they said. So don't raw dog. I mean, there's a lot of information going around here.
I'm the complete opposite. I have this Italy trip coming up, and obviously I'm going to be on a plane for a long time. So I went to town yesterday. All the blogs, like top gadgets and things to bring on a long flight.
Yeah.
I'm going to look like a freak on there. I got the neck pillow, but also has a hood. Then you have something you can lay your feet on. Bluetooth fan, different things to sanitize stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to bring the Nintendo Switch. I don't even know. But I'm going to be the complete opposite of raw dog. I'm going to be so protected.
Yeah.
Doubled, even tripled up.
I was going to say, what is the opposite of raw dogging? But I think you just landed on it.
Well done, dog?
Double bagging that flight.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Your dispatches are coming in. We got a response from Disney on this whole controversy we've been talking about. Even more information coming out about the Mexico mystery story, and lots more with that. It's all coming up next in the News Junkie.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, the $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal will leave you and your wallet full. Grab a bacon cheeseburger and order of regular fries, a drink, and a sundae for a whole lot of happy. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Celebrate the launch of National Bourbon Heritage Month at Christner's Prime Steak and Lobster. Join us on Friday, August 30th to enjoy the unique flavor profiles of 5 Christner's single barrel custom bourbons, each handcrafted with distinct and one-of-a-kind flavors, emphasized by the craftsmanship and attention to detail of each distillery and barrel. The right pairings enhance both your 4-course meal and the bourbon. Call 407-645-4443 for more information and reservations. Every day is a special occasion at Christner's.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
And now, another insurance story from...
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap.
Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey,
I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app? Like on your phone? I know what an app is.
for the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
Hurricane Ernesto, which is forecast to hit the state of Florida as a Category 6 hurricane this weekend and possibly be the most dangerous and overall devastating storm to ever hit the Sunshine State.
What?
With winds up to 180 miles per hour. This thing
I haven't
could
seen anything. I mean, I've seen oh, you're lying.
Me either. Yeah, it's
Jesus
I was
Christ,
trying-
Sean.
It's a hype train thing. You know what I mean? Like, gotta get people's attention out there. Otherwise, if I just say Hurricane Ernesto is a Category 3 storm, or it's going to be, and it's gonna wallop the poor folks in Puerto Rico.
To wallop something at your face, man. You got me very scared.
And it's gonna wallop the Caribbean.
Like, I haven't seen anything in the news about it. They're like, Puerto Rico, hope you do well.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico.
It's probably not going to affect the United States beyond Puerto Rico. It looks like things should be okay. No direct impacts to Florida or the East Coast. Everybody seems to be all right. Some waves, you got that stuff, the extra little waves that are headed your way. And we'll see. Ernesto is where we're at now. Next hurricane would be Francine, then Hurricane Gordon. That could be a thing for us.
Gordon.
Helene, Isaac, and Joyce. Those are the ones that are on the way. And now we go over to an update from Disney. We'll see what you have on your mind in just a moment with your dispatches. Here goes the update from Disney. If you don't know what's happening, well, there was a story about a lawsuit, and I thought it was a fair lawsuit to me. It was this couple that went to a place called Raglan Road, an Irish restaurant in Disney Springs, and I'm sure that almost everybody that goes there has a great time and a great meal, and I'm sure they do.
Doesn't die.
Great. Yeah, but in this freak case, somebody did die, and this woman who's a doctor goes to Raglan Road on Disney property, and she's like, what's on the menu at this Irish place? She goes, I have severe allergies to nuts and to, I think, dairy products. Yeah. And the waiter goes, okay, understood. This is according to the lawsuit. Waiter goes through the menu and they go over a couple of different items. Then they put their order in. They're assured that this order is going to be fine with their dietary restrictions. Everything will be okay. The woman eats her meal, and then her and her husband leave. She goes over by Planet Hollywood, and she collapses and tries to hit herself with an EpiPen. The EpiPen is not enough. She is rushed to the hospital, and she dies after this meal. And Disney responded by saying, there's no case here because this woman who died, her husband signed up at one point in time for a Disney Plus account. And in our terms of service, it references the Disney Terms of Service website, which will reference in that you cannot, in an arbitration clause, sue the company. and you have to go into arbitration to settle any disputes outside of small claims. Now, I saw some people online saying, this is boilerplate. A lot of companies do this. No, this is not boilerplate. This is novel as hell, and here's the reason why. This is a company putting in an addendum, basically, to their terms of service that nobody is going to read, and they know nobody's going to read.
Except for that one intern at their attorney's office who apparently found it.
The person who put the addendum in there. Or the person who read it on the lawsuit side. So they look at this, and they go, well, that's just something that a bunch of companies do. No, that a company would cite a husband signing up for a streaming video service as a reason why he can't sue on behalf of his dead wife who died at a restaurant for an allergic reaction is about as novel as it gets in the world of legal disputes, I would say. Mo could tell me if I'm wrong on this tomorrow, but I think this is pretty uncharted territory here.
Diabolical would be a word.
It's a little crazy. And so there was a bunch of reaction to this yesterday. We talked about it on the show. And Disney, because of all this reaction and the furor over this, has responded. A Disney spokesperson says this. Here's the quote. We are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief. Given that this restaurant is neither owned nor operated by Disney, let me stop just for a moment. A lot of the restaurants that are at the area called Disney Springs, which is a shopping and eating area, are not actually owned by Disney.
Okay.
But are operated by other companies. For instance, one of the most busy restaurants in the United States of America is the place called Boathouse.
Oh, yeah.
Great place.
And they call themselves like an independent restaurant, and you go, oh, yeah, I guess they are because somebody else is running that because Disney doesn't want to be in the ins and outs and day in and day out stuff of running the restaurant.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Disney would find themselves in the ins and outs if they want to, right?
Yeah.
They have a say in something when they want to have a say in
100%. Like if Disney said you have to do this, you have to do that, they would absolutely have to abide by that. They still could be liable for this. Again, we'll get into the weeds on this tomorrow with Mo. But they said, given that this restaurant is neither owned nor operated by Disney, we are merely defending ourselves against the plaintiff's attorney's attempts to include us in their lawsuit against the restaurant. That is their claim.
I mean,
We're
it's
merely
just
defending
you look
ourselves.
really bad.
Yeah,
and what they're asking for in this, initial wrongful death lawsuit is what they make in 30 minutes.
Oh, sure.
Not 2 minutes.
Now, a lot of people are saying that the person is only asking for $50,000, which is the amount highlighted in it, but it's at least $50,000. So that's how they get.
It's about to be more for sure.
Oh yeah, they would be going for millions and millions and millions. You put a million on the other side of that 50, and that's what this suit would be looking at. Maybe more. I mean, this is a person died as a result here. It's a pretty big deal. So I think the point to Disney should be this. Hey, if you're mad that everybody's coming at you and that you look bad in this story, why didn't you just respond to the lawsuit in the very same way that you responded to the backlash? That is by saying Disney does not believe it is a party to this lawsuit because we neither own or operate the restaurant mentioned in the lawsuit called Raglan Road. If you said that, I think people would go, oh, okay. Disney's saying this is not us. We aren't responsible for what happened in this restaurant, even though it's on our property. No one would have come for Disney if they said that. Disney didn't say we're not responsible because it's neither owned or operated by Disney. They said we're not responsible because this person's husband signed up for a Disney Plus trial or whatever the subscription was, or bought a ticket to Epcot. That's why everybody thought it was crazy, because it made it so anybody who's ever bought a Disney ticket or ever signed up for a trial or ever subscribed to Disney Plus or ESPN Plus or any number of things cannot be involved in any kind of class action lawsuit against the company and cannot sue them if it's outside of small claims court. That's what they're upset about, okay? You just use the same argument you used to the people in your lawsuit. That you didn't do that. You let the attorneys run wild with this. Another update on what happened in Mexico, a question mark, with these young women from Oklahoma. And we learned today that the pushback has began in reality where the questions that we've been asking here on the show and that I've been laying forward as what I think happened in this case have finally been thrust back on these young girls. And the update is beyond what I said earlier, which if you missed it, go back to the podcast. On Tuesday, Lopez Salazar, who was involved in the investigation on the story these two girls told about a city that they blamed in Cancun where they weren't really at, about a resort which they would not name, which was, it turned out to be not the Hard Rock, but the Planet Hollywood resort, about the girls who didn't file any charges, who wouldn't respond to the Mexican consulate when they asked for more details for their investigation, who initially yelled at me, upset that I dared question their story, but then didn't follow up when I said, join the show. Let's talk about this. On Tuesday, Lopez Salazar said the toxicology test on the girls yielded clean results. There was not only no trace of fentanyl, there was no other drug in the test. It was ruled out that they consumed fentanyl in their drink. This case was due to simple drunken intoxication. Now, what I would like to hear is what the alcohol tests, if they did those, if they ran any tests to see what their blood alcohol content was, that I'd be very interested in seeing as well. All right, let's do it because we haven't worked in any dispatches really truthfully just yet. I think maybe we popped one in, but now we go over to my brother can suck it with the dispatch.
Afternoon, junkies. Sean, how dare you scare me like that? I fly back into Florida on Sunday. I don't need to fight another hurricane going in. Already fought the last hurricane trying to get out. Anyway, y'all have a great day.
You know what? I'm trying to keep you on your toes. I want you to be prepared in case the big storm does come.
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Everybody's been a little bit laissez-faire, a little bit too relaxed in their reaction towards storms because we've ducked and dived around a couple. But Ernesto, it could be a problem for us. No, it's probably not going to. Alfonso.
Hey, Sean. Talk about Hurricane Ernesto. That thing happened 3 days ago. Where's your head been, in the sand? Love you guys.
Hurricane Ernesto?
Where's you at, man? The sand or what?
What are you talking about? What are you, Ubats or something? Ernesto already came through here.
Yeah,
Ernesto.
good idea. It's full of sand, my guy.
Ernesto 3 days ago was nothing. Ernesto yesterday was declared to be a tropical storm and then a hurricane. And then Ernesto today is forecast to be a Category 3 storm that's going to hit the Caribbean and Puerto Rico, unless Alfonso is 3 days in the future.
Ooh.
Which
Alfonso.
Possibility. Yeah, it's the dispatcher guy.
Okay.
Here's Swilly. He's talking about Raw Dog in GTA.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Hello.
So Josh made a comment earlier about Grand Theft Auto and playing by the rules and following traffic laws and stuff. And I've been playing through Grand Theft Auto 5, and honestly, it's more difficult to play like an upstanding citizen than it is a criminal careening around in the streets. These NPCs, they don't know how to drive. And God forbid you're playing as a character who's black, because you can't walk up next to a cop without them giving you trouble.
Is that real?
It's almost like it's more difficult to play Grand Theft Auto as a law-abiding citizen. But then you pull out the railgun and it's all over.
True that.
Oh, my God. I could imagine that's true. Yeah. So, like, to play the game and abide by the rules is more difficult than to just go nuts and start destroying everything and stealing cars and stuff. All right.
Word.
Well, we're learning things today. That's good. Let's go over to Trinaman with a dispatch. Hello?
Bro, the worst thing in my life. I bought my son the steering wheel for the Xbox.
Okay.
And this kid decided to play all the driving games, especially Grand Theft Auto, sitting at traffic lights and driving behind the car that's in front of him. It pissed me off so much, I don't even do driving games anymore. Good Lord. See it.
All right, appreciate you, Trinaman. I'm going to hit you up with a month of secret shows. Thank you for the good dispatch.
You throw away the steering wheel?
We're waiting for you and yours. You could send one over at thenewsjunkie.com, or if you don't want your voice on the show, I get that. Some people are a little nervous about that. I'll assure you ahead of time, I'm almost positive your voice sounds normal. Everybody, and I don't know if you guys,
Junkie.
if you guys get have you ever gotten this, Sabrina, where somebody's like, "Oh, I hate the sound of my own voice," and
yeah, and I'm like, I would too. That thing sucks
because it's killing me.
If you think that, you're probably a person with just a totally normal voice. And there's a lot of people who just get very, very weirded out by the sound of their own voice until you hear it for as long as we have. We hear our own voices so much.
I love my voice.
Like it's buttery,
Sounds
beautiful.
Good.
And on the way, if it's yours,
Yeah.
your dispatch coming up in a bit. We got an update. Didn't think we were going to get this. Excited about this, actually, on the bronze medal controversy for the U.S. Olympian Jordan Childs. I thought we were at a crossroads here that we weren't going to be able to surpass, but maybe this will change everything. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
I lost the power in the bedroom years ago. And I don't think
gotta take it back,
I don't think I'm ever going to get it back.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
Hey, cutie pies, Real Radio has your chance to go to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Keep listening for the keywords 3 times a day. And a little birdie just told me there might be one coming up very soon. So once you hear that keyword, text it to 200-200. As always, remember to answer your phone if you want to win. This contest is presented locally by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. September 20th and 21st.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Keep listening for your next chance to be there.
Audible is a proud partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Are you ready to sell your commercial real estate and cash in on your investment? Don't wait. With the market heating up, buyers are eager and the selling opportunities are endless. Our expert team at Transworld will help you get the best deal for your property. We handle everything from listing to closing so you can focus on what matters most to you. Call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or visit transworldcre.com. Again, that's transworldcre.com. Call today to schedule a consultation. Our dedicated professionals will provide a free property assessment and a customized marketing plan to attract the right buyers. One more time, call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or transworldcre.com.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account.
Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't know the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
I'm Geraldine Thompson. As state senator, I do not back down. I stand up to protect our voting rights and abortion rights from extremists. As mother and grandmother, I stand up to those who want to take away funds from public schools and put more guns in our streets and classrooms. I'll never stop standing up for you. By August 20th, vote Geraldine Thompson for Florida Senate District 15, political advertisement paid for and approved by Geraldine Thompson, Democrat for State Senate.
Discover the essence of Florida at Everglades Restaurant Rosen Center. Join us Saturday, October 12th at 6:30 p.m. for an unforgettable evening of culinary artistry and tequila exploration. Savor 6 handcrafted cocktails paired with 5 Mexican-inspired dishes by head chef Fred Lachos. Reservations strongly recommended. Call 407-996-2385 to reserve your spot. Everglades Restaurant, where Florida's flavors come alive. 9840 International Drive, Orlando.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny. Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you-know-what?
Honey. Shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app? Like on your phone? I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s. Yacht Rock and start listening. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
Is for the Olympics medal controversy that continues to float around out there. Now, it's about an athlete named Jordan Childs. She was a United States Olympian, and she did her gymnastics performance, and she was scored. And when her scores came in, her coach challenged the scores, saying that something had gone wrong, and they wanted them to rescore. When her original scores came in, it put her in 5th place out of medal contention. A Romanian was in the bronze spot. And when they redid the scores, it pushed the Romanian down and pushed Jordan Childs into third place.
It's the Olympics,
I thought we were past it.
where every country comes together to play to be the best.
I mean, you can't do Olympic moves without.
So they told her, we rescored, you got the bronze. And then afterwards, the Olympics Association says, no, we checked and you challenged the score too late. So we're giving it back to the Romanian who was in third place. And then the U.S. Olympics Committee goes, no, we have irrefutable video evidence that the challenge was made within the allotted time. And the Gymnastics Association and the Olympics said, even if we have irrefutable evidence at this point in time, we can't overturn the result, which is locked in stone now, and nobody gets the bronze medal other than the Romanian who had it to begin with. And it all seemed a little weird and unfair, and you just don't want competitions to go that way. You want competitions to be clear. Here's the person who won. Here's why they won. The person who didn't win, here's why you didn't win. Now we have a new possibility. And the Romanian, who ended up getting bronze, has proposed to the Olympic Committee and the Court of Arbitration for Sport that they split the bronze medal.
Okay.
There's a weird thing going on here.
It's the Olympics.
I deserved that one.
Just a little quick.
The problem is, with the scoring changes, it didn't push Jordan Childs, the U.S. athlete, into fourth place to split the bronze. It pushed her into fifth place. So now the Romanian is proposing that third, fourth, and fifth all split the bronze medal. So all three of them get a bronze medal.
Work out very well.
And that's the only way to make everybody happy. So the Romanian's like, look, I got a bronze medal. And the person in the fourth place spot goes, I got one too. Woohoo. And then the American goes, awesome. I too got the bronze medal. 3 bronze medals handed out.
Look, bro, simple suggestion here. We do like a King Solomon type thing. We split the medal 3-way.
Exactly. Chopping it up. Everybody gets bronze, or at least 3 people do. What do you think about that? Is that a good solution to the problem? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. We're going to get to some of your dispatches here in just a moment. But I like this story of this teenager that got in big trouble over I don't know, it was like a field trip kind of thing. But the teenager was brought into court as part of a group called the Greening of Detroit. They're a nonprofit environmental group, and they said, some of the things that we do with the environment have to take place in the courtroom, so they want to do a courtroom tour. And this teenager goes, all right, I'm going with everybody else. And they go into the courtroom in Detroit. And the teenager, like many people, was bored to death by the trial that was taking place.
Rude.
In this random Detroit courtroom. There's just a little problem with that. This story arises from the Associated Press. A teenager on a field trip to see a Detroit court ended up in jail in handcuffs because a judge said she didn't like her attitude.
Oh, my God. Come on.
Judge Kenneth King asked other kids in the courtroom whether the 16-year-old should be taken to juvenile detention.
Oh, they made a whole lesson out of it.
I love that. They're like, you guys are going to vote whether or not this 16-year-old goes to juvie. King, who works at the 36th District Court, defended his actions. I wanted this to look and feel very real to her, even though there's probably no real chance of me putting her in jail. That was my own version of scared straight, King said. The teen was seeing King's court as part of a visit organized by the Greening of Detroit nonprofit environmental group. During the visit, the judge noticed that she had fallen asleep. You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm going to put you in back. Understood, the judge said. King then had the girl change into jail clothes and wear handcuffs in the courtroom.
That's so rude, man.
It was her whole attitude and her whole disposition that disturbed me. I wanted to get through to her, show her how serious this is and how you are to conduct yourself in a courtroom. Well, Judge, the only thing that this young girl learned was you can fall asleep in a courtroom and a judge will make you play dress up and put handcuffs on you.
Yeah, totally going to...
And you
follow
won't go to
her
juvie.
career into the justice system.
How
You've
weird.
inspired some children.
Does a judge not see people fall asleep in the courtroom all the time? The court is boring if it's a boring case. It's not the judge's fault.
Maybe this guy's mad that he's doing field trip trials, and so he just holds teenagers in contempt all the time.
He's like, where's my Casey Anthony trial? I want a little excitement, some fireworks around here. Throw her in jail. It didn't work out in that case. Over to you. Maybe we throw you in jail. Straight to prison for bad dispatches today. Lumpy Beaver says, Lumpy Beaver wants a bronze medal.
Oh, happy day, junkies.
I didn't say he because I thought in my head, I remembered a Lumpy Beaver that I introduced as a he, and then it turned out being a woman.
Shark
and I was
bait.
I was very surprised that Lumpy Beaver was a woman, but that wasn't what was happening here. And it wasn't shark bait. I screwed that one up too, but it was a different one. Yeah.
So about the bronze medal thing, if you're the Romanian or the other person, and you go, look, this is my bronze medal, and somebody goes, oh, that's great. Did you win that? Well, no, not really. On a technicality, I guess, but my score really wasn't better than the other person's, but I still got a medal.
Yeah.
What is it? What?
All right, let me say this to that, Lumpy Beaver. I know there could be the potential to be like, oh, why don't we just give everybody a participation bronze, a bunch of pussies? I know you can be inclined to say that, or inclined to say what you said, which is like, if everybody gets the bronze, how valuable is it? I guarantee you, if I had a bronze medal that I split with 3 people, I would be wearing that son of a bitch all the time. And I would be so proud of my bronze medal because
stolen valor.
I still won a bronze. Even if I split it with 3 people, I'd still be excited about it. So thank you for the dispatch. But I don't know. It feels, even if it's split, it still seems kind of impressive to me. Oh, what do we got here for you? Old Man River is talking about assassination attempts.
All right.
Good day, guys. Hey, just curious. It's now been 1 month and 2 days since Trump was shot. How come that story has just basically disappeared from all the news cycles? How come we're not hearing much about the investigation or what's going on? Seems like it's kind of an important topic. Just curious on your thoughts on that. Thanks. Bye.
What do you expect people to be talking about in terms of that right now? It's a fast news cycle at the moment. That was a huge deal when it happened, but it was surpassed by an also big deal, maybe not unprecedented, but very, very rare occurrence of a sitting president acknowledging that his party was railing against him and stepping down and not running for re-election, and then just shifting electoral votes over to another person entirely who was then going to be 1 vote away from the presidency. That's a super big deal. So people started talking about that. The things that came out since that haven't been really big in terms of news. If there was another bombshell about the Secret Service, I talked about that for a couple of weeks at least, their failings, the Secret Service, and how bad things went there and how heads should roll, and they did end up rolling. But right now, if we were to spend a segment talking about that story, I don't even know what we would say. We've covered all the ground there. I don't believe this is something that's being covered up by mainstream media or something. I think it's just, it had its moment in the sun, and if there's another twist, we'll talk about it again.
Now we moved on to Tic Tac sizes.
Now we got Tic Tacs. We're talking about those these days. And Mad King has a dispatch for us.
Good afternoon, junkies. The Mad King calling you here from beautiful Daytona Beach.
From prison?
So the funniest thing that I've seen...
I can't do it, Mad King. Your phone is such that the quality sucks on your dispatches. Try doing an upload recording on your phone and then uploading it. You could file upload over at thenewsjunkie.com/dispatch. Michigan Chuck.
Hey, guys. The N95 thing is still pretty prevalent here in Michigan. It's funny because I'll see people driving down the street in their car by themselves wearing N95s, or walking down the road or riding a bicycle by themselves still wearing a mask. I think it's kind of weird, but that's what happens when paranoia hits people. Anyways, eat some ants.
Thanks, Michigan Chuck. I've seen some of that too. I certainly saw some of that in 2020. I think that you have some people, a small portion of people, a small subsect of the American political world who almost view it as an aesthetic I've clicked over onto Taylor Lorenz, who is a journalist for the Washington Post and a nut job. And she is in this world of doomerism. And I've clicked into her world before and like seen what it's like to see that side of Twitter. And it's people who are living like it's 2020 still. And they're so angry that not everybody else is being forced to do the same. I want to shake all the people out of that tree. I want those people to live great, fruitful lives like everybody else. You're not going to get them all. There's going to be some people for which this is an aesthetic thing. They're like, I want to show people where I'm at politically just by doing this. All of it is to me, an unhealthy move if you're doing it for anything other than actual medical reasons. But here we are. You can't save them all. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? You're not going to believe it, but age is just a number. And the latest example, the Golden Bachelorette's Bachelorette's DMs are full of D's from M's.
Yeah.
This week, and no, donor police are alert. Oh my God, forget it. I have some
got it.
I can't. No, I don't got it. Dover police are on alert for drug use at an upcoming Fish concert. Plus, we bid adieu to the actress from A Woman Under the Influence who has become a woman under the grass because she's dead. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
All right. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Thursday forecast. And for today in Orlando and Central Florida, we'll expect seasonable temperatures with a high of 92 degrees today in Orlando. Shower and thunderstorm chances will be on the increase as we head into the midday and early afternoon hours. These won't be terribly widespread as we expect a 40% chance of those showers and storms. Temperatures tomorrow and Saturday will be noticeably cooler with highs in the low 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone brings you the best live comedy experience with the top touring talent. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes That One Mailman and Friends, August 18th. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in Central Florida. Visit orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and full bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
Racetrack coffee is bean to cup. The fresh ground taste is gonna pick you up. Different choices with lots of flavor.
Yeah, that tracks. Customize your blend, creamers, and toppings to make your coffee a guaranteed hit.
You're making your cup the way you know it should. Racetrack coffee, it's crazy good.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Is in session at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Right now, close out pricing on new Nissans or find the perfect back-to-school pre-owned vehicle. And school shopping is on us with a $500 Visa gift card. Don't be late to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Online at orlandonissan.com. Home with a lifetime warranty. With purchase of a new Nissan, see dealer for details.
With over 100 million albums sold, 20 #1 hits, and 10 #1 albums, an evening of icons, an unforgettable night of classic hits. With the Commodores and Pointer Sisters. With special guests, the Spinners. November 14th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Get tickets now at casino.hardrock.com/Tampa or Ticketmaster.com. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, and you're having a good time.
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu. iHeartRadio, let's go! Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Stuff to get into. Somebody had a question about ratings. We can talk about that, kind of. Some stuff we can talk about. A person got abducted near where Sherry Papini pretended to be abducted, and that's starting to get attention. There's all sorts of stuff that we have to get to during the show today. We're going to do that, but right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Because my husband would have never done that. He would never knowingly done anything like that.
Nothing.
Nailed it.
Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course the Home Loans Radio Show, refinancing, buying your first dream home, doing some debt consolidation. Maybe you own a business and you have a very high SBA loan rate, 9% or more, you're in luck. You can compare your quote. You could see if you can get a fixed rate, 8.25%, and do so much more by working with That Mortgage Guy Don. Plus, if you find yourself in the Real Radio Poker Tournament this weekend and in the casino, that's brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. So thank you so much to him and to the entire crew. Looking forward to partying and all for a great cause. And to go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to start the process today.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 85 years ago, 1939. Sean, you remember?
Was not alive. Was not alive then. Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz is correct, and a lot of people were off to see that movie as it premiered at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. And you guessed it, I have some fun facts when it comes to the movie.
All
Let's
right,
see if you knew these before. Maybe I'll turn it into trivia. Guess what? Turning into trivia. The ruby slippers were originally supposed to be what?
It's because of the color thing, because it was going to be in Technicolor.
That's
It was
right.
supposed to be black slippers?
Okay, that's a guess.
Golden slippers.
Both of you are wrong. Silver slippers. They were supposed to
That
be
was
silver.
closer.
The actors who played what were paid very well.
The little people.
Munchkins?
Munchkins is right. So I'm going to go with the actual name and not little people. Josh, you get the point. They were paid $50 per week, which was a lot of money at the time. Plus, they were smaller, so
Munchkins
that
is
would be
way more offensive than little people, I would say, in the grand scheme of things.
How much do you think Toto was paid?
Toto the dog got paid?
Oh, yeah, Toto the dog, by the way. Toto's real name, Terry.
Something like that.
Terry, the dog actor, was paid how much per week?
Terry, a.k.a. Toto, was paid $10,000 per week.
Okay, so you don't want to play the game anymore.
It's
Way too much. Jesus, man.
Let's do $10 and 2 dog biscuits a week, please.
That's a great guess. It was. Do you want to change your answer real quick before I give you
I would
the
like
real one?
to change my answer if I could.
Go for it.
From $10,000 per week to $50 per week.
That is closer. So you were saying he was getting the same pay as the Munchkins. Well,
okay.
That is not the truth. Terry, the dog who played Toto, got paid $125 a week.
Oh, he got more than the
humans.
Munchkins.
Yep. And Judy Garland was paid a salary of $500.
He's a
per
full-size dog.
And the Wicked Witch of the West makeup was so toxic, she died.
Wow.
Right
As a
on.
result of it?
True or false?
Oh,
false.
False is correct, yeah. But it was really bad, suffered burns, and couldn't return to film for 6 weeks.
Yeesh.
Also, the copper in the green makeup made her skin stay green for a very long time, even after the filming was over.
I want to see, I think, the Wicked thing that's coming out. I think I want to watch
Same.
that.
But it is a musical, you know that, right?
I know, but I don't dislike musicals. No, I like musicals a little bit. I like some of them a lot, actually.
The Wickedly.
I think of that every time. But I think that looks like it could be good. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure how this is going to go over.
We'll see. Someone who's not going to be watching the new movie is Gina Rollins, who has passed away.
No.
And we must bid her adieu.
R.I.P.
See ya. She has captivated the world with her work, including A Woman Under the Influence, and as the elder, dementia-riddled old lady from The Notebook.
Oh.
She was the
Say
older...
dimension riddled?
What'd I say? Dementia-riddled.
Dimension?
She's got a lot of dimensions.
You know what? Let me just talk, okay? I'm sitting here
You
doing...
just called me out in the intro for messing up a word.
What are you talking about? What intro?
You just made fun of me in the lead into the next episode.
I'm taking away a point from the Wizard of Oz game and giving it
I don't
to
even know
Josh.
that I got that many. So, joke's on you.
She died in the afternoon at her home in Indian Wells, and she was surrounded by family. This is my favorite part of articles like this. Died at the age of 94. However, no cause of death was given.
Oh.
Call me crazy, but I think it was because she was 94. Also, Meta, because she was battling Alzheimer's.
Oh.
That's exactly the dimension-riddled actress had played that role. So,
Makes sense.
may she rest in peace. Someone who is dead and now arrests are being made because of his death is Matthew Perry. And this is just breaking, but a huge break in the investigation. There have now been multiple arrests made, including at least one doctor, as far as Matthew Perry's death because of drugs.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Law enforcement sources say multiple law enforcement agencies have executed search warrants and seized computers, phones, and other electronic equipment to determine who supplied Perry with the ketamine that caused him to lose consciousness last October and drown in his hot tub. Now, Perry had been getting ketamine infusion therapy for anxiety and depression. However, they say, and give me just 1 second, because I have to click pause on something.
Right.
The last therapy was a week and a half before his death, so the ketamine in his system was not doctor prescribed. Now, it is now breaking that because of that, the ketamine Perry ingested not legally prescribed, multiple agencies, including the DEA, U.S. Postal Service, and the LAPD, have conducted a criminal investigation for months and found that multiple people, including a doctor, are the cause of his death. I've also been hearing these rumors that there is an A-list celebrity that has been arrested or at least brought in for questioning, but their identity not revealed.
Really?
But they have associated with Matthew Perry, have talked about being on drugs in the past.
Isn't it a little weird though that they charged the doctor with something, and you just said that the lethal dose wasn't even from the doctor, right?
Yeah, so let's see, where is the doctor come into play? Doctor. Okay,
Give me the
at least
news.
one doctor had been arrested along with the several dealers who helped arrange and deliver ketamine. So, though he didn't legally get it prescribed, this doctor gave it to dealers who brought it to Perry.
Really? Okay, I see. I see. Huh.
As we're here talking about drugs, let's continue.
Let's talk about drugs.
This one's pretty cray-cray, you guys, but police are raising concerns about drug use at an upcoming music festival expected to draw large crowds this weekend.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Even more of a surprise, this event called Mondegrain is going to feature performances from a band called Fish, PH.
What?
No.
Yeah.
They would never do drugs at a Fish show. I don't
Not in a
believe
million
it.
years. So Fish concerts, they say they have a reputation for widespread drug use. But that prompted local law enforcement to be like, hey, let's take some precautions here. All right? Some measures in which we make sure that the drugs are not done. They're going to monitor the use of these drugs, is what they're saying. At least the police chief over at Dover County, he says he's concerned about the presence of nitrous because I'm concerned that people who aren't familiar with it might not respect the potential for bad outcomes with nitrous, end quote.
All right.
So be careful, festival goers. And be careful to the sweet bachelorette, golden bachelorette to be exact. The show has not even started, but apparently she's got a whole bunch of D pics.
From random
Right on.
Random dudes and senior citizens that are sliding into the DMs with some bold D photos, as well
Oldos
as
just sending out D pics? That's
old
wild.
Ds, old dudes. And they're just trying to slide in there, DM style. In fact, Joan told Entertainment Weekly one person even offered to buy every pair of shoes she wore on the Golden Bachelorette, which gave her chills, is what they say.
Yeah.
It's a foot fetish thing. She wasn't one to engage, but if she did, it'd be awkward one-word replies. Luckily, now she's got her kids on message patrol, filtering out the D's on her phone. And by D's, of course, I mean penis.
Penis is what boys have down in front. Penis is the word, though it seems blunt. All boys have a penis,
slapper.
so no matter what you've heard, remember that penis is the proper word.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As we move along, it sucks for Swiftie fans over in Germany because their wax figure makers suck at making wax figures. And if you did not send the pic, a quick little googs, if you could, Sean.
Okay.
Taylor Swift fans in Hamburg, like hamburger minus the
Hamburg.
ER. Mm-hmm. They're blasting a new wax figure, and not a fun blast. I'll tell you that much. That they unveiled August 13th over at the Pantocum. Panopithecum.
See.
The Pantopithecum, which is the country's largest and oldest wax museum.
Oh, they don't like this, huh?
They say it's very ugly. Oh, yep, see.
Okay, so
Can
here's
you show
the
the
thing.
people, Josh?
I would love to.
All right.
You can't?
Sean,
You can't?
describe
I
it
can't.
perfectly.
Oh, he has no control. There it is right there. This is a very good wax doll.
The hands are good.
As far as wax dolls goes, it
looks
is a
like
very
a
good
sex
one.
doll to me.
It just doesn't look like Taylor Swift. That's where I see the flaw here. Like
Yeah.
it's good, but it doesn't look like Taylor Swift to me.
They say she uses only her thumb and index rather than all of her fingers. And Taylor Swift uses all of her fingers, so strike one from the Swifties.
True.
And one person wrote in German, "Oh no, it can't get any worse. What did they do to Taylor? No!"
It can't get any worse than this.
I think it could. Let's go to
Also,
that soccer
Germany.
player.
In Germany, they're saying it can't get any worse than this.
I guess this was alongside other A-list celebrity wax figures, Queen Elizabeth II and Angelina Jolie. And back in 2023, they unveiled Ed Sheeran, who was also met with negative reviews, one of which, all caps, "Change him now!" on the Instagram account.
All right.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
And this is a very weird question, I understand, and none of us are probably going to have the answer to this question.
Hit me.
But I have long thought about this. When you see something like this wax model of Taylor Swift, what do you think is happening underneath the clothes? Do you think they did the whole body?
They go boob?
Or do they go, no one's ever going to see this. We're putting clothes on this portion of it. We don't actually have to finish it out. What's it actually look like?
I imagine like a Barbie.
Think so? Like just flat
Barbie doesn't have
there.
nipples.
Yeah.
Just smooth.
But yeah, so that's going to be my. I mean, with that dress, though, I imagine that some creep is going to try to look down.
Yeah, at some point,
it's real boobs.
Yeah, at the very least, like look, down the chest or something like that.
I'm sure, if she has two nipples, maybe they're both on one boob.
Maybe
that might be fun. Just like me.
I'd take a peek though.
Okay, on the boob tube. See
It's
what
not
I
weird.
did there?
That's just curious.
So look at my boobs.
No,
that is
no,
weird.
not that. I'm talking about Taylor Swift wax doll, just to see if they finished it out or not.
I'll finish it out.
What?
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Let's finish it out.
A 2-hour special, CMT Giants, Alabama on CMT. We also have third season premiere of Bel Air on Peacock. Fourth season premiere of Emily and Betty on Netflix, and Jackpot on Amazon. You can see Halle Berry and Ben Schwartz on Fallon and You. Follow your dreams on me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Sabrina. Over on chat, they're saying it looks terrible. Are you saying?
I don't think it looks great.
No, but let's take away Taylor Swift entirely. I'll put this up on See It Now for everybody since it's a visual. Take away Taylor Swift entirely. Do you think it looks like a good wax doll? Because I'm saying...
It looks like a sex doll. That's what it looks like. It looks like the ones that people
I think
buy
it looks like a
and
real person.
bring them around.
Like the arms, the hands, the face. I think it all looks really
Zoom
well
into the
done.
face. Just do like...
Okay, let's go in.
No.
Enhance.
I'm enhancing the wrong direction here. Yeah, we're going to put this up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. And tell us what you think. Is this a good wax doll or a bad wax doll?
Good wax doll, a bad wax doll.
You didn't know that was going to happen today, did you? But it doesn't, I'm putting this out there, it does not look like Taylor Swift at all. It's a very bad Taylor Swift wax doll. I just think it's a good wax doll. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Check it out, the See It Now section. When we come back, this mystery, a disappearance in the same place where the fake disappearance of Sherry Papini happened. Is this one fake too? What are the details? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The NFL preseason continues as the Tampa Bay Bucks travel to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars on Saturday. Coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm an FPL customer. I appreciate that at FPL, they are always teaching me how power works and how you can save money.
Find more ways to save energy and money at FPL.com/ways to save. FPL, working for you every single day.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the
frankgayservices.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one. We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
I'm John Morgan, and I'm asking you to stand with me and vote yes on Amendment 3. Amendment 3 will be on your ballot in November, and it will allow adults to possess or safely use marijuana, and that's a very good thing. Amendment 3 will put an end to bad laws that not only cost us millions in law enforcement dollars, but also cost thousands of Floridians their freedom. Nearly 250 years ago, our nation declared our independence. Now it's time for us to declare our independence from laws that demand jail time for simply having or consuming marijuana. Our system of treating adults who consume marijuana as criminals is madness. Join me, John Morgan, in supporting our own Declaration of Independence and vote for the people and vote yes on Amendment 3.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1932 $10 gold Indian coins have been found. These gorgeous 1932 gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 500 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1932 dated gold coin featuring Lady Liberty with an Indian war headdress and a majestic eagle. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1932 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 92 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7635. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus over a $55 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7635 now to secure your 1932 $10 gold Indian coins before they sell out. Don't wait. You must act fast. Call now.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Yeah! Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
General direction whenever you have something on your mind and you don't want to record a dispatch. That's A-okay. If you want to be anonymous, put it right up on top of that email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Brandon says, good morning, Sean. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, whatever. All those are fine. I hear you guys talk about ratings from time to time. He says he has a curious question about this. I've always been curious as to how the numbers are collected. Where can one go to see the radio ratings? I tried searching, but I just found numbers for the station. I like to see everything broke down, not just for your show, but others I listen to around the country. Thank you in advance for a reply. Also, love the show, and those girls were drugged with sin. That's just a joke, says Brandon. On radio ratings, we're not supposed to go into detail about how the whole system works, so I obviously won't do that here. We can read numbers when they come in. That's why from time to time, we'll just tell you like a little bit about what's going on. But the last thing you ever want to do in radio is look like you're trying to manipulate anything. And we don't want to go anywhere near that here anyhow. I could just tell you that there's a company that measures radio ratings. It's a non-perfect system, but it's what we have. And when we see the numbers come back, sometimes we're very, very happy with the amount of folks who have tuned in and the kinds of people, the variety of people who we have who listen to this show. In fact, we haven't had too many.
We don't talk about it.
Well, I was going to say we don't have too many times. Like we had a stretch of a couple of weeks where we had a panel that sucked years and years ago. But overall, we have done incredibly well and have been the top show. And like just overall, when we see stuff like the last book I was pointing at, we had a lot of younger people. We have persons 18 to 34. That means anybody that exists between the ages of 18 to 34 who listens to the radio. We had 18 share, which is nuts. And number one, obviously. We have women 18 to 34, an 18 share. What does that mean, an 18 share? Nobody gets those kind of numbers, number one. But an 18 share means out of all of the people that exist in that age bracket, almost 1 out of 5 of them are listening to this show, which is stunning considering all of the people who are out there.
Hello, ladies.
The latest book was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 number 1 rankings for the show. And if you put number 2 in there and number 3, there's almost no things that we weren't, in the top 3 for. It's just we're very, very fortunate to be in that position thanks to you. When you look at the overall numbers, this is what publicly is available. If you look up radio ratings, you put in whatever market you're in. Those are just all people 6+ who listen to the overall station Monday through Friday. It's not very useful at all. It's not what advertisers go to. It doesn't show you what any shows are doing. That's not how any of that works. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. DJ emails, and he says, hot weather mask wearing. I always wonder why hipster-obsessed teens and 20-somethings insist on wearing rapper-type wool caps and hoodies in this kind of heat and humidity, says DJ Phone. I'll tell you, it's fashion. You do anything for fashion. If it's in fashion, you don't care. Also, young kids right now, we did a story on this a long time ago. They don't spend as much time outside as previous generations. They're going from one AC place to another AC place, a house to a school to a house to they're not spending a lot of time outside. So their outfit isn't really dependent on what the temperature is outside.
Oh, but under that, I bet it stinks.
It's probably like
so stinky.
Like a mascot uniform in the hot summer sun.
No
Just
thanks.
get a whiff of it. Not
Jim
good.
Sucks.
McPhee emails the show, and he says, I raw dogged a 6-hour flight, but I was on 4 milligram of Klonopin. Highly recommend if you're prescribed, of course. You didn't raw dog the flight. You
slept, dude.
You drugged the
I don't
flight.
think that's raw dogging.
Sounds fun.
Also, I want to do that so bad.
Klonopin?
Drugs?
I wanted to get something in my system to make me stress-free for a long flight. But my fear of freaking out and losing control is so heavy that I don't think I'll ever do it. I would love the idea that I could take something and sleep and wake up in Europe or wake up in, South America, wake up somewhere totally different and not have to go through the whole flight.
Do you want to sleep or you just want to be chill? Because I think there's a big difference in that.
Both.
I don't know if you are so sedated that they have to shake your body awake. I don't think that's the state you want to be in, Sean.
Here's what I would like. This would be my perfect flight. I go onto the flight. They go, hello, Mr. Wasson. Let me escort you to your first class sleeping seat.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, person. And I sit down in my seat, and they give me a mimosa and 2 pills. And I say,
are you a
thank
50s housewife?
And I take my mimosa, I down my 2 pills, and the pilot tells me what's going on with the flight. And then slowly I fade into a nice, beautiful sleep. And then I wake up and I hear the pilot goes, we are beginning our descent.
Good morning.
We're just about to land in our destination and all is well. That's my perfect flight. But what would actually happen is probably I would come to and they'd be like,
sir,
folks,
you just punched the lady next to you in the face.
We want to apologize for what happened on this flight with a passenger by the name of Sean Wasson losing his mind. And
you didn't even get off the tarmac. It's so weird.
he urinated on several of you and screamed at the wings saying they were falling off. That's what my true fear is, and I don't want to unlock that all the way. Zoe Kravitz is in the news today, and she says she is really interested in the reaction to her new movie, which was supposed to be called something else. It's going to be called Blink Twice. We talked about how they ended up changing the name. And let's say it was an island full of cats. Pussy Island would be a name that would make sense. It would be apt.
Right.
But when she was going to call it Pussy Island, they said, no, you can't do that.
This movie isn't about cats. It makes no sense.
We got to call it something else. And they said Blink Twice is the name that we're going to go with. She says she's not surprised that there was resistance to the name Pussy Island. She was more surprised at who was upset. And she had a pretty good point, I think. She says, I mean, look, we go pretty far. She told Esquire about the unfortunate decision to change the title to Blink Twice. So what happened? The studio said no, basically. Kravitz is fine with the new title, but I am upset that there's a show called Dix the Musical. What the hell?
What? Blink Twice.
Okay.
That's cartoon blinking.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. She was upset that they did that show called Dix the Musical, which there's a point there, kind of. What's interesting is they tested the title, and the people who were most offended were what kind of people? Any guess? Old people? Conservative people? Any guesses, Josh?
Young people.
Young people?
Gen Z.
Gen Z? When they said this movie's called Pussy Island, what do you think about that? She said she was surprised because it was women that were the most offended by the title. And we can't have that. So Christian Slater, Channing Tatum, Simon Rex is still doing stuff.
Right
Who's
on.
that?
Dirt Nasty.
Oh,
Simon Rex.
Remember him?
Yeah, scary movie.
He was the guy who was on MTV all the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It was like back in the day, he was
I think
MTV.
He did porn too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then somehow he's maintained relevancy. I do not know how. For a long time. And Gina Davis is in this movie. Haley Joel Osment is in this movie.
Love him.
I bet it's going to be good.
We're loaded on Pussy Island, but don't call it that. Blink Twice is the name. The movie, the overall, the synopsis is when tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, Sparks Fly. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. It's paradise. Wild nights blend into sun-soaked days, and everybody's having a great time.
That was too loud.
Did you just find a new sound effects library or something?
New sound? This is my folder. Thank you. It's Folly.
You've had these already? What else you got?
Well, keep doing
So spice it up here. No one wants this trip to end, but as strange things start to happen, Frida begins to question her reality.
Ew.
There's something wrong with this place. She'll have to uncover the truth. She wants to make it out of this party alive on Pussy Island. Or blink twice. There you go.
Awooga.
I gotta be honest, it livened it up. It made it more exciting.
Thank you.
It's
I think that was not all of them.
Yeah, there's more. What else we got? Just a random one.
Right.
Excellent.
I know what that is. Bill and Ted. That's from Bill
Points.
and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's a ship horn. That's somebody falling off. That's a fun one.
Lawnmower.
That's
a lawnmower?
Sean once a week while he's trying to talk.
Yeah, damn lawn crew. They already got me this week.
And yeah, the rest is pretty cartoony, gotta be honest.
I like them. Something.
Whoa.
Octua?
Okay.
That's how you burn somebody really bad after they make a bad joke on the show. I need that for Courtney. I gotta tell you, she's got a thing going on.
That she's hilarious and awesome? Back off.
Girl power.
So here's what she's been doing. There's a show at Disney World called Monsters Laugh Factory.
Right.
And it's like a live interactive show that they do where they make all these junk. Yeah, it's been there for a long time.
Where Mike Wazowski does stand up?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You go in there, the characters
they interact
from Monsters
with the audience.
Yeah, they have cameras that focus on everybody. It's kind of a fun show, honestly. But in the line
For children.
they have television screens for all ages. It says they assure you on the signage. They have a sign that says "Send in your jokes and get featured on the Monsters Laugh Factory performance." And so Courtney was like, "What jokes should we send?" And I'm like, "I'm not texting a joke to this stupid thing." During the performance,
think of a joke, could you?
They talked about a couple of the jokes that people had sent in, and they said, here's one of them, here's one of them. And since then, Courtney has been collecting jokes so that she can submit them so that they could be
What you
featured
got?
on this show. And she keeps telling me them, and I'm like, oh, God. Oh, so painfully
Mine are
bad.
so inappropriate for Mike Wazowski.
No, it has to be something that is family friendly enough that they're going to pick it. I'll give you one of them. I have to text her because I forgot what the first one was. She thought it was such a banger. She thought it was the best joke, and she's so excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so there's 2 muffins in an oven.
Uh-huh.
And the first muffin goes, "What are we doing in this oven?"
Uh-huh.
What did the second muffin say?
I don't know.
A talking muffin.
Like that. like okay. Then you hit with that. That's what made me think of it. I've got to get this first joke because she kept trying it on me. She's like, "It's good, right? It's good."
And you probably just burst the balloon every time.
I didn't know. The first one,
the phrase goes.
The first time I laughed at the joke. But then the second joke, I was reading on my phone. And if I'm distracted and reading on my phone, I'm barely paying attention, which is why I started to put my phone up at night at a particular time. And I didn't laugh. And she's like, "You didn't laugh at my joke. You didn't laugh at the joke." That's one of my jokes for the Monsters comedy floor. Hold on, she texted me. Let's see if this is one of them. Okay.
Is it all caps FU?
You ready?
Find your own dinner?
She's got 3 of them on her list so far. Okay. What do you call a chicken looking at lettuce?
What?
A chicken sees a salad.
That's actually pretty funny.
That one's great. That one I say send over.
Have you guys heard about the hipster that burned his mouth on pizza?
Yeah, everyone's heard that. Next.
He ate it before it was cool.
Yeah.
Why can't a bike stand on its own?
Why?
Because it's too tired. That's what she's got so far.
Chicken Caesar salad's a banger.
That one's great. That was a good one.
She gets so excited
Can
about
I
these
use that
jokes.
for my opening for Mo Comedy Jam?
Yeah,
Yes.
why not? Yeah, get up there. Mo just cleared a promo for the Mo Comedy Jam, and he goes, "Are you okay if I post this?" And I was like, "What is he
Is it
doing?"
the one we just got tagged in? I haven't seen it yet.
where he roasts me and
No,
by
I've not
his
seen
new
it
friend, by Mo's new friend.
The puppet.
And he was like, "Are you okay with this?" And I go, "What if I responded?" And it was like, "Absolutely not. I am not okay with this. I am offended. It's just Pussy Island all over again. We can't have this."
Oh, good luck with your future events.
No, I said, it's funny. Go for it. Yeah, post that. And go check it out. Mo has posted it on his social media. I'm fine with it. I think it's good.
It's something.
But I think, like, even if you weren't fine with it, you probably would have posted it.
Yeah.
He would say, good luck to us for our future events.
He would say, "Oh, good. That was the intention. It was I really wanted to hurt your feelings, so let me post this right now." And I said, "No. It's good. Check that out wherever you find Mo on the social medias." And we have a clip up, too, over on the News Junkie Instagram or Real Radio or Sabrina's Instagram or did C-Line post it or
At
is he not a
Sabrina
team player?
Ambra, thank you. I'm the one that edited it as well. Edited it.
I was going to say the editing job was terrible, but
Great.
now I don't
So are
want
yours.
to hurt your feelings. Wow.
You don't even tag us.
I was kidding, number one. Number two, I laughed at the part where you know what? I don't want to spoil it, but you could go see it, and it's a fun video over
Did you see
on
the comment? That's
my
on-
Instagram, and my Instagram only now
It's
that
not,
Sabrina
you know,
has
I'm not going to
decided
invite you to
take a shot at
collaborate
me.
next time. How about that?
Me collaborating gets you more views on your video.
I
I'm
don't
doing
need
a favor.
more views. I need more followers. Please follow me at Sabrina.
Don't
Ambra.
follow
But
her.
did you
Nobody
see?
follow her, please.
Great, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Be nice to me every once in a while, and you won't have we run into this
You
resistance.
look nice in that shirt today. Anyways, did you see what someone commented?
Unfollow her immediately. No.
Did you
What?
see- they go-
Don't read comments online on the internet.
This guy goes, Sabrina is the ray gun of the station. Nobody told her she's not qualified, but she has all the unearned confidence. And it gets one of these.
I'm trying to unpack it.
I go, what a relevant and sick burn, my friend.
I mean, it is relevant, but
yeah.
Wouldn't the insult mean that you were able to take things to like the highest level possible, i.e. the Olympics, and become insanely viral and famous?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I'm like, should I do that for Halloween?
Yes.
I have a question, and this is an honest question, I swear to God. Is the, what's her name again? Ray Gun?
Ray Gun.
Is the Ray Gun woman a political thing? Because people are divided and like falling into tribes on the Ray Gun lady.
Or politics involved.
I don't see politics in it at all, but I look at it and I go, thank you for the memes. This has been a hilarious thing to come out of the Olympics. This is fun. I'm having a good time here. Is she a good breakdancer? I will go down on my deathbed saying she's the worst breakdancer I've ever seen in my life.
Is that her name?
That was bad. But I see people who get like actively mad over it for some reason.
Because they're getting actively mad at everything. And with that,
true.
go on, be mad, lose sleep. We're having a good time on the other side.
I feel like it's a cross section of the same people who are like, that's a man boxing, and those people. And I don't know why this would be political. That's
I
just
don't
what
think they should be
confuses
allowed
me.
to watch the Olympics because they're sucking the fun out of it.
Yeah, that's not fun. It's been a fun time watching all the memes happen. Be appreciative of the memes, people, for God's sake. Quick break. The woman who went missing disappeared from the same place where Sherry Papini fake disappeared before that. The details around it and everything else coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
When was the last time you ate a Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, I'm so glad you said cookie.
I know. You and me both, man. As soon as it started coming out, I'm like, no.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is back with a 2-day public auction in Kissimmee, August 20th and 21st, featuring construction equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
Great news. The Florida Hometown Heroes program for down payment assistance has been funded with $100 million as of July 1st. This gives all eligible first-time home buyers, those that have not owned a home for the past 3 years, and all veterans and active duty military a down payment assistance fund up to $35,000. Find out today if you're eligible for this money by starting your pre-approval application at thatmortgageguydawn.com. Don't wait too long. Last year, the $100 million that was funded in July, all that money was gone and given out by December. So act fast and work with an expert that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny, Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny, Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials. But if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text PREP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text PREP to 42424. That's PREP to 42424.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so important your air conditioner works perfectly every time. That's why I suggest a call to our friends at Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. Anywhere from when we have a live event, there'll be customer events ahead of that. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without the relationship iHeart has with the artists, with venues to create these really exclusive events, festivals that iHeart puts on, gives Capital One the ability to create those moments. People are passionate about their favorite artists, and so we try to tap into that together.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds.
The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest. iHeart app, search Yacht Rock and start listening. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Yeah! Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
and he's out because I would have loved to have given him this good news that I'm seeing here in front of me. And the story says, less attractive people live shorter lives than those deemed better looking, a study finds. And it says, it may seem unfair, but being unattractive could mean you're more likely to die younger than your good-looking peers, rather.
But alone.
Probably alone. It doesn't mention whether they're with anybody or not. In fact, ugly men live nearly a year less on average than those who are considered good-looking. And this was a study of over 8,300 people. I wonder if they told these Wisconsin high school students they studied until their death in 2022 if they were filing them in the ugly or not ugly columns, because that would be brutal. They said those in the bottom sextile for attractiveness were 16.8% more likely to have died than those in the middle four rankings. And they put them in 6 categories from most
get better looking
to least attractive. Yeah, you can do that now more than ever. But I mean, it is so crazy to me to see how much work people get done these days. And when I see people, I look, and I don't want to be judgy, but you know, everybody's judgy if they're being real with themselves. I'll see somebody and I'll go, this person doesn't appear to be wealthy. They don't appear to be wealthy just at a glance.
Okay.
Yet they have work done to them, you could tell, just obviously. And I know that stuff is expensive. Like to get a butt job, to get a Brazilian butt lift, that is really not a cheap procedure, I don't think.
Depends where you go.
And you also have what they call a credit.
Yeah,
you just find yourself in debt, but with a good butt.
I mean, what do we think? 30 grand, 20 grand for a Brazilian butt lift?
No, that's
like a reputable place?
Like 10 maybe.
$10,000?
Oh, yeah.
Something like
I could get you done for 5 probably.
It's still pretty
Depends.
expensive.
But you also don't. I think when it comes to surgeries like that, you shouldn't just try to find the most inexpensive one.
No way. That's what people
Groupon.
do, and they end up getting incredibly hurt. Remember the Fix-A-Flat doctor? The woman who was doing butt jobs and putting Fix-A-Flat in people's butts?
Out
Of her garage?
Oh, yeah.
People are so desperate not to have a flat ass that they're going over to that person. Ladies, the flat asses are fine. It's okay. There's no need to do this. There's so many people rushing into the latest fad thing. One of them that I heard of, and I don't know too much about this, so don't shoot me if I'm completely wrong on the details. Do send a dispatch and correct me, though, or an email. What I heard was a lot of actresses, social media influencers, famous people, a lot of women will get a surgery done that's called a buckle. Have you ever heard of a buckle?
Yes.
And it's something to do with your face, your cheeks, right?
Yeah, they suck the fat out from under your cheekbones, so you look gaunt.
So you look gaunt and younger right now, but when you do start to age, it looks really bad. So like immediately, immediately you look good and you get a benefit from getting this buckle thing done. But then in the long term, it's like, I'm now what was an immediate payoff for me is not working out anymore.
Because it's getting dispersed elsewhere, not moving. I saw some, they did an MRI of somebody's face who had gotten a bunch of like Botox and fillers. Mm-hmm. And it was under the impression that the fillers dissolved. And then they showed this, and they didn't dissolve. They just migrated. And then that's where you see that like puffy fish look. It's because it has not dissolved. It just becomes fluffier elsewhere. And you get more and more and more and more.
Yeah, this says, how do I pronounce this? Buccal fat removal? B-U-C-C-A-L?
Buccal
fat removal. It reshapes the face by removing all or some of the buccal fat pad in the lower cheek. The removed fat cells do not grow back, just like everywhere else. The incision cut is made in the mouth inside of the cheek and leaves no scars on the face. It's one of the most mind-blowing things to me in the world. I know nobody cares, and you don't think about this ever. But if you were to go in and get all the surgery done to remove the fat cells from like your ass, your legs, your stomach, your face, wherever, you just wouldn't get fat because the fat cells don't come back. You could take the fat cells out of your body and you just make it so perpetually you don't get fat, even though you don't do any exercise or anything like that.
Those cells don't regenerate?
No, the fat cells don't. You remove them and they disappear. They do not grow back, which is so strange.
I mean, that's supposed to go somewhere.
We're on the forefront of experimentation with human modification. That's what's happening, and we'll figure out what happens later. What are the repercussions for this?
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Meanwhile, let's go to the tease story here of the woman who has said she's disappeared, or her family says she disappeared, from the same place where Sherry Papini staged her kidnapping. They're begging for answers 3 months onto this, and here's the story. Family members mourn a mom who vanished from the same town where Sherry Papini faked her kidnapping, and they're pleading for information as they hunt to find her. This is nearing the 3-month mark for Nikki Chen Salee McCain, 39. She was reported missing by her younger sister in Redding, California, having not been seen or heard from in 4 days. Now it's been 3 months. The mom of 4 was last sighted back on May 17th, visiting one of her husband's family members at a local hospital. Nikki texted her sister, Chloe Salee, that night to let her know she was leaving the hospital to drop her mother-in-law's vehicle back at the house, and then they never heard from her again. There was just some text messages after that, and then alarm bells began sounding for Chloe and Kay when Nikki's husband, Tyler McCain, told them he hadn't heard from her for a few days either. So even the husband was like, we don't know where this person is. They don't know where she is as of 3 months, but it's in the same area that the Sherry Papini fake kidnapping occurred.
Weird.
Did some genius kidnapper go, well, now we can free kidnap people here?
No one's going to believe it.
Did you watch the docuseries, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
So good.
I thought it was pretty good. It was interesting that they unearthed for the first time what the tattoo was and some photos of like the branding.
Messages.
Yeah, the
Back
text
and
messages.
Forth, wild.
There was a lot in that was pretty juicy.
Ooh. And I watched Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey, about the fundamentalists, the Mormons.
Warren Jeffs and all that.
Buddy. I mean, I don't know if this is a new documentary. I've heard about him, but the details of this were so disturbing.
Warren Jeffs, who runs what some people call a Mormon cult. And there's lots of allegations.
He was convicted.
Not just him either. Yeah, there was multiple people involved in that. I think at some point that were arrested or convicted. It was a big deal for a while, but now I guess they're probably just coming out with like some more details in a docuseries.
Something else. Tell you what, if you're in for popcorn and
is
weird
it fun
ass,
at all?
No, I mean it's wild. It's just wild that it went on for so long, and it's still going on. Like everyone is still around.
Yeah.
Well, the Sherry Papini thing wasn't really fun either, but it was interesting, and that's a trade-off that I'm willing to do. Absolutely. All right. Oh, you know what I didn't like, though, about the Sherry Papini docuseries? I didn't feel like there was enough of the after. It was all about the before. I wanted to know, like, how did the family members feel when they realized that she was lying? And how is the husband doing now? There was only like a little bit of that. I wanted more like what's going on after all of this went down. Okay, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do jury duty. We'll do some of your dispatches. There is an interesting factoid about what will definitely happen at the White House, no matter who wins the election. And I don't know if this has ever been true before, but it will be come 2025. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
Buccaneers are gearing up for week 2 of the preseason. They'll visit the Jaguars that one Saturday. Offense was rough to come by for both teams when the Rays fell to the Astros last night. 2 teams had just 4 hits combined. And the NBA getting set to unveil their full schedule for the 24-25 season. That happens today. The Athletics reporting the seasonal tip-off in Boston, with the Celtics starting their title defense against the New York Knicks. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/itpays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group's size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Tackling sensitive subjects with unparalleled irreverence. You're listening.
Inside Jury Duty, more on this Matthew Perry arrest situation, including some of the text messages that have now surfaced. And when I heard Sabrina talking about this in the next episode, I was like, that's a rare thing. It may be becoming more common, but for a person to die of a drug overdose and then for people to be arrested used to be very rare. They didn't go after dealers. They didn't try to find out where the drugs came from. But now they do. Now they are doing this. And this one is pretty nuts. We'll get into the details momentarily. Right now, let's jump in face first. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you have all sorts of options out there. But make the smart decision to get the attorney who's going to give you the time, attention, and really expertise that you deserve. You can go over to the website, justcallmo.com. All right, let's talk about this Matthew Perry thing. We learned earlier that they had made some arrests, I believe, or charges against 5 different defendants. This says U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada reveals that his office has charged 5 defendants who are part of a broad underground criminal network with playing a significant role in Matthew Perry's death by providing ketamine to him.
Oof.
Estrada says that these people, who include 2 physicians and Perry's assistant, took advantage of Perry's addiction to enrich themselves. And this, I believe, is the press conference right here.
We're here today with our law enforcement partners to announce federal criminal charges related to the death of the actor, Matthew Perry.
All right, all right.
Following Mr. Perry's death in October of last year, law enforcement, my office, and our partners represented on this stage began an in-depth, wide-ranging investigation. That investigation has revealed a broad, underground criminal network responsible for distributing large quantities of ketamine to Mr. Perry and others.
And for the uninitiated, ketamine is an animal tranquilizer, I believe. That's what it's intended to be used for.
To be exact.
I've tried this before. I'm not saying I recommend things because it's a bad idea. but it sort of made you feel like you were walking on the moon, was my experience. I think people mix it with other drugs a lot, and there was at least a decent amount of evidence from scientific studies that it could help out with particular things. But for the most part, it's just been isolated to either recreational drug use illegally or for people who work at, vet places, a veterinary environment. So that's the drug they're talking about.
This network included a live-in assistant, various go-betweens, 2 medical doctors, and a major source of drug supply known as, quote, the ketamine queen.
The ketamine queen.
We charged 5 defendants in this matter. These defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction issues to enrich themselves. They knew what they were doing was wrong.
Getting that friend's money.
They knew what they were doing was risking great danger to Mr. Perry, but they did it anyways. In the end, these defendants were more interested in profiting off Mr. Perry than caring for his well-being.
Man, what'd they say? Ketamine queen?
Yeah.
Ooh. I could see like a Caribbean Queen remix song that she gets for this.
Queen.
Man, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Here's what they said. Here's the details. Ready? 5 defendants, including 2 doctors and Perry's live-in assistant, have been charged in connection with Matthew Perry's death. Perry became addicted to ketamine when seeking treatment. He was taken advantage of by doctors who sold him ketamine for thousands of dollars. One of the text messages between the 2 doctors revealed they knew they were taking advantage of Perry. I wonder how much this moron will pay, they said at one point in their messages. One of the doctors sold ketamine to Perry's live-in assistant and taught the assistant how to inject Perry with ketamine, knowing he was not a medical professional. Perry then sought to obtain ketamine for less money from doctors, so he obtained drugs from street dealers via his assistant per the DEA. The ketamine that ultimately led to Perry's death was sold by these street dealers. Perry's assistant was the one who injected the ketamine on October 28, 2023, the day Perry died. So that's probably why the assistant has been charged. That's a weird one. Man, you're the assistant. And I wonder if the assistant will go, this is my job. I do what the guy tells me to do.
Like Michael Jackson's doctor.
Yeah, I'm like employed by this person. He says, inject me with this thing. I inject him with the thing. It's part of the job. So that'll be an interesting case to see. And after Perry's death was reported in the news, one of the street dealers texted the other and said, delete all our messages.
Too late, bro.
Obviously, a little bit too late for that one. We want to see what you think. We'll get to your dispatches here momentarily. The other story we should talk about in jury duty is out of California, where a woman had her insurance canceled after a drone flew over her home.
Ooh.
This is, according to CBS News, a woman from a Modesto, California suburb told CBS Sacramento that her home insurance company of nearly 40 years dropped her coverage because of what it spotted with a drone. Joan Van Curren.
That's sneaky.
It is. Told CBS she had been renovating her home for more than 3 years, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to have her driveway redone, her kitchen updated, and bathroom renovated, among other charges and upgrades. It was amazing, she said, to get all these finished. It was wonderful because it took forever. Soon, however, Van Curren said she was notified by letter that her home insurance company of nearly 4 decades had dropped her. According to CBS, the company cited a substantial increase in hazards with clutter or unsanitary conditions. She said they flew a drone over the house. It almost feels like somebody's looking in your windows. And when they flew over, they were able to see what was going on. For the record, the company says we didn't fly any drones. We used multiple sources of information to assess the conditions of the property.
What sources, then? What
aerial,
sources?
They say aerial imagery. But
can you do that?
You can use, there's public ones like Google and the like, where you can look over somebody's house with a satellite image that's usually a little bit dated. Or there's private ones too, where people that run the satellites, you can say, I want an image of this exact location on this day and time, and they'll get you that image. But I doubt that the insurance company was using those private ones, because that would have been pretty pricey for them to do. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and shoot a dispatch over in our general direction right now. There's some dispatches coming in with jokes. I did not ask for jokes, okay? Courtney's building them up on her own. There's many of them coming in. Oh, Beach Junkie has one too.
Hey, junkies. Why did Beethoven throw out all of his chickens?
I don't know.
Why?
Because all they kept saying was bok, 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 bok.
I get it. All right. Let's try one more, and then please stop this, people. Please stop doing this.
Okay, when you say that,
what's going on, news junkies?
Okay.
It's Remy. So check this out, guys. Now I've told bad jokes before, but this is one of my worst jokes to tell.
Oh God!
I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you like it, cool. If not, then maybe I can get a magnet. I don't know. Either or.
I'm sorry.
If
we don't like it, you could get a magnet.
How about neither? No, Sean did not prompt for best joke gets a magnet.
Yeah, no, he's not even saying. He's saying worst joke because he's like, if you like it, great. If you don't, maybe I can get a magnet.
Cool. But here's a joke. So we all know that balloons are full of hot air, right?
Yeah.
What happened to the other balloon when it told a bad joke?
I don't know.
Pop. Well, there you guys have it. That was my bad joke. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on Saturday.
Don't show up anymore. Don't go.
I don't even know if I get it.
I don't either.
What happened to the balloon with bad air in it? Pop?
No, when it told a bad joke, it went pop.
It went pop.
Did you make that up, sir?
I think maybe.
Okay.
It's just that.
You know.
Do you guys want to hear a joke about ghosts?
Yes.
That's the spirit.
That one's a lot better than the balloon joke. And
it was worse than I could have conceived, so maybe you should send him a magnet.
No, we
Please
cannot
don't send him a
reward
magnet.
that.
Yeah.
No, we can't reward that. It's bad behavior.
Actually, give him a sad face.
Oh, that's brutal to do that, but sad face.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Now that's funny.
You can work your way out of sad face territory with one good dispatch, and then another good dispatch can get you even into star territory. Otherwise, you're just a middle-of-the-road dispatcher. Don't be just a middle-of-the-road dispatcher, folks. We'll see what you think. That is coming up on the show. Your dispatch is sent through thenewsjunkie.com. We got some very curious people on the email side, and even more curious, a mysterious black ring has appeared over the United States of America. What is this all about? What does this mysterious black ring mean? What is it from? What's happening? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Casino passes for the 2024 Just Call Mo Real Radio Celebrity Poker Tournament are still available. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
You see these Safe Touch security signs anywhere?
Nope. Coast is clear, boss.
Good, because we got to stick to the Crooks Rust Golden Rule. Stay
away from Safe Touch houses and businesses.
All right, MacGyver, let's go. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license CF 2000-1945.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The Injured on the Go, JustCallMo.com Real Radio Texas Charity Poker Tournament benefiting the mustard seed of Central Florida is sold out. But you can still join us and hang with your favorite celebrities in the ThatMortgageGuyDon.com casino. Enjoy food from Hard Rock Cafe and witness who wins it all at the Solar Source Final Table. And thanks to Mills Air for providing complimentary Michelob Ultras for our poker players. Saturday, August 17th at the Orlando Science Center. Casino passes are still available. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
And now, another insurance story from...
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey.
Shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Celebrate the launch of National Bourbon Heritage Month at Christner's Prime Steak and Lobster. Join us on Friday, August 30th to enjoy the unique flavor profiles of 5 Christner's single barrel custom bourbons. Each handcrafted with distinct and one-of-a-kind flavors, emphasized by the craftsmanship and attention to detail of each distillery and barrel. The right pairings enhance both your 4-course meal and the bourbon. Call 407-645-4443 for more information and reservations. Every day is a special occasion at Christner's.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
The door to your happy place is right around the corner at Shipley Donuts. With more than 60 varieties to choose from, Shipley Donuts serves freshly made delights daily. Visit us today at 2255 South Cimarron Boulevard.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
A black ring appearing in the sky over the United States of America. What is this all about? It's a strange one, and we'll tackle that subject in just a moment. First, a couple of emails coming in. Brandon emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. He says, the IOC is a joke. Sean, the gymnastics final originally ended up like this, and he gives the original scoring. The Romanian participants and the USA participants. Romania should really work on their travel advertising. All I can think of when I think of Romania is vampires and gypsies. That's literally
not
all
even
that
the right
comes to
country.
mind. The vampires?
Yeah.
The vampires are in Romania, are they not?
They're from Transylvania.
Yeah, isn't Transylvania in Romania?
I don't know, man.
Look at a map, man.
Google this for me.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because that's what in my
I'm
head.
looking.
Romania
Where do
is
vampires
Transylvania.
live?
Oh, my God. It is in Romania.
Okay.
You're right.
1 point, Sean.
Transylvania is in Romania, and Transylvania is where our vampire stories mostly come from, I think.
Yes.
Maybe they come from other places, too. And the gymnasts got this as the scores. Third place was Anna from Romania with a 13.7. Fourth place was Sabrina from Romania
Hey,
with a
congrats.
13.7.
Thank you.
And fifth place was Jordan from the United States with a 13.6. Jordan's appeal brought her to 13.76, which is the third place position. Sabrina was penalized 100 points for stepping out. Video evidence shows she clearly did not step out. She says she should have been the clear winner at 13.8, but Romania did not appeal in time. This is the IOC trying to hide the fact that they completely effed this whole thing up. Another reason I don't watch Olympic judged competitions. Give me sports with a clear winner. Thanks, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Peter emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. He says, this is a joke Courtney can submit. Oh, okay. This was an original joke I made up decades ago, and then it caught on in the collective subconscious so much that the writers of BoJack Horseman used it on an episode. That's the story I'm telling myself. Anyway, here it is. What's the worst place to play hide and seek in the hospital?
I don't know.
Where?
The ICU.
Nope.
We can stop this, folks. Just now is the time to stop the bleeding on this particular front on the show.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
No, owl go who, cargo beep beep.
Better than the ICU one.
Zing.
Phil emails, hey, Sean, I was deployed in the desert in early 2003 and got injured while deployed.
Where's the punchline in that?
Doctors said I needed to be sent back stateside. They drugged me up on pain meds, and that, my friend, was probably the easiest long flight I've ever had to do. I barely even remember the flight home at all. Flying home from the Mideast to Northwest Florida just seemed to fly right by. Oh, that'd be just joyous. And finally, before we get into this mysterious black ring, Cheryl emails, and she says, idea for a subject, and she sends a link to a thing about knowing your rights on wearing a mask in public in Nassau County. I think this might be the county in New York, possibly, where they banned masks. And this is because they've had issues with people committing crimes and wearing masks under the guise that they were like doing it for health reasons or something. It says, just referring to the mask subject, ABC has reference to this as well. I landed in a pretty basic spot on all of this. I think that if somebody is engaged in political protest, or not even political protest in general, I think that they should not be wearing masks to obscure their identity. That has led to a lot more people who are protesting and being violent and engaging in various activities that they can't be ID'd, they can't be arrested for any of this stuff. I don't think protests should have people covering their identity. I think that should be something that we allow. But when it comes to somebody just personally choosing to do something, I don't want to force people not to do something either. Any public place like a bank or even an establishment like a restaurant or a gas station can have their own rules and say that people who are wearing masks can't come in for security reasons, and I'm fine with that. But telling people that they can't wear something is also problematic to me, because in a way, telling people that they can't wear something is telling people that they have to do something. You're forcing something on them. I don't give a damn if they're doing it or not. It doesn't really have much of an impact on me. I just want people who are stuck in the doomer loop to get information that maybe will make them think they don't have to live their life like this and hide for the rest of their lives. That's the bad thing, I think. Mysterious black ring. Let's talk about it. Let's be the brave ones. Here we go. I got to bring this up. A mysterious black ring has appeared in the sky over Virginia. That's right. Folks in Williamsburg, Virginia have seen this thing.
What does it
It's
look
a
like?
little freaky. I'll get it for you so we can take a peek at this ourselves. Because maybe we can get some theories together as to what it is that we're looking at.
Still there or just like quick moment?
I got a feeling that it's not actually still there. Here's the video report from Channel 10, because can you see the ring here in this? I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yeah.
There's a ring
7
right
days.
there. That doesn't look like something that would hang out for too long. Just a guess. It's a gut guess here. We'll see what this story from Channel 10 says about this mysterious black ring that has appeared over Virginia.
Mysterious black ring appeared in the sky in Hampton Roads on Tuesday. Several Wavy TV 10 viewers reached out to the station with images and video of the ominous-looking ring floating in the sky. The messages started coming in shortly after 11 a.m. on Tuesday. One Wavy viewer sent in a video when he was working in the vicinity of Eastern State Hospital in Williamsburg.
Oh, my
Another
God.
Wavy viewer was in
That's
the
a good
area.
one right there. That's a good picture of it. I'll put this up on See It Now so you can take a look at this over on the news.
It looks like a hookah ring.
Yeah, like something exploded and accidentally put a smoke ring in the sky.
Yeah,
gotta be
I'm pretty
what
sure
happened
that's
here.
like fireworks or pyrotechnics of some sort.
I don't know if we're going to get an answer because the report is about half done, but let's see what they say.
Old Moortown Road. He stopped to snap some photos. We discovered news articles and social media posts describing other similar sightings.
Really?
Reports said a fire or some type of explosion could have caused the ring.
Yes.
We did reach out to the James City County Fire Department to see if there were any reports of fires or explosions at the time. The fire chief had not heard of any. If you know what caused the black ring, or
give us a call.
Okay.
If you know what caused the mysterious black ring, hit us up at Wavy TV over here.
Oh, but you know what? I would like to pay to hear all of the calls.
911?
No, even the tips.
Oh.
I mean, 80% are bogus. Like, I think it was from something of maybe the devil sort. And this means that in the upcoming election, this is the first time, second time, we're all going to hell. Like,
Third time.
There's definitely some crazy people that have called with their idea of what it was.
For
the
sure.
person who, in their mind, when they see a mysterious black ring in the sky, when their mind goes to, I should call the TV about this, that usually sorts for a particular type of human being.
Automatically.
I mean, I want it to be aliens. I want it to be some sort of sign from extraterrestrials out there, but I don't think it is. I think it probably is maybe like an AC blew up or some kind of machine blew up, and as it blew up, poof, big puff
All right,
goes
here we
up,
go.
and then sets off a nice little smoke
A
ring just like
cartoon
that.
coyote fell and then the smoke blew up.
According
True, could be
to
that.
Yahoo,
Super
Doppler 10 weather team meteorologist
Cool.
Ricky Matthews,
Super Doppler.
bet your butt, seen these from pyrotechnics before, basically stemming from concentrated fire rising. He theorized it could also be a special effect for a film.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, meteorologist Steve Fundaro's first explanation was aliens. And
Oh,
then he said it could be a smoke ring from a plume of smoke from an industrial process or explosion.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. It's just a naturally
Or a giant hookah.
happening thing. Yeah, or aliens. But that's how weird we are. If we see anything strange in the sky, nobody is rational about it. Nobody goes like, "Oh, there's probably a fire over there or an explosion caused." There's a bunch of yokels out there who I seen it. Did you see the circle? I seen the circle out there.
What's next? A square? Where's the peg?
Immediately freak out mode. And that's the mysterious black ring story over in Virginia. If you're there and you're concerned, let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'd love to hear your firsthand report. For the first time, I believe, I'm pretty sure it's the first time, Biden joined Vice President Kamala Harris out on the campaign
He's still
trail.
on right now, yeah.
And he's like, he was with her at this event, and let's see how that went.
Leaders in our nation have done more on so many
Just kind of
issues,
standing
including
there.
to expand access to affordable health care than Joe Biden.
Did he stay there for the whole speech?
And today
he goes
we
on,
take
too.
the next step. Thank you, Joe.
He's talking right now.
Forward in our fight.
Oh, they're chanting, "Thank you, Joe." There he goes. So he's up on stage and actually campaigning with Kamala Harris right now in Maryland?
Yes.
In Upper Marlboro.
Largo, Marlboro, Maryland. I have not been there, but I'm sure it's a good time.
I was listening a little bit during the commercial break, and he's like, I was in the Senate for 271 years.
Oh, my God. That's a long time.
I know I don't look a day over 40. But the crowd seemed to love it.
Does he sound like since he's dropped out, he's been invigorated at all? Because maybe the stress of not running would help you out.
I mean, I would say...
Sounds the same?
I know it doesn't sound as, don't know where I am as he has in the past.
I'm telling you, that stuff could weigh on you. All the stress of being in a position like that can make
80
things
more days
even
till
worse.
nap time forever.
Is it? Oh, my God. Is it really 80 more days?
Until the election?
How many days till the election is the first question. Hold on, I'll Google it. How many days? It's not many until the election. It's less than 100 at this point, I'm
80
sure.
something.
Probably 80.
This is the countdown clock. Maybe it is 80 days. Maybe hence that being in the
I'm
speech.
so good at math. Without knowing.
81 days.
Nice.
Until Tuesday, November 5th, and the election. That is not that long, all things considered. 81 days and 10 hours until voting day. And then, of course, it'll be in January when we do the transfer of power. Why? Because we're weird in the United States of America. And it used to be that people would win elections, like say it was in the early 1800s. Somebody would win an election, but they would be in another state, and they would have to go on horseback to the Capitol. And so that's why they gave them time from the election in November until January, where they officially take office. Sometimes to get to the vote results, and sometimes it was slower then, obviously. Hand count and everything. It's old school stuff, man.
1, 2, 3.
We got 81 days until the vote. And a million things will happen between now and then. That is the truth. A million different weird things are going to happen between now and Election Day.
How fun.
So if you want to be along for that ride and just for the viral news ride in general, jump on board, because that's going to be the excitement around here. There's somebody chiming in about the smoke ring. Let's see. Maybe they're being real about this. Maybe they're pulling our chain. What information do they have? We're going to find out. Got crypto.
Hey, about that black ring in the sky in Virginia, I think the most likely explanation is something from Langley Air Force Base. It's right in that area. It's in Hampton Roads. I used to drive by it nearly every day. They have big, giant wind tunnels for testing and a huge, high structure they would use to drop test spacecraft and airplane parts.
Coyotes.
So they got a good testing program there. I could see something going on with military. Best explanation.
Is drop testing just what I'm thinking it is? Just literally dropping things?
I think so.
That would be so cool.
That's a cool job.
My friend growing up, his dad worked at Pratt & Whitney. Pratt & Whitney is the manufacturer of airplane engines, and he had a video at his house of testing that they were doing, and it showed these big airplane engines and spin them up to speed, and then they would fire stuff into them. And I said, that is the job that I want. I want to be, as an adult, that person.
That is cool.
What a gig to every day fire up a bunch of plane engines and then fire like frozen turkeys at them to see if the engine would survive or the impact or not. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Just a little tidbit for you folks. You know, I'm here to give you those things.
Guys, we're going into a giant field of frozen turkeys. Gear up. We got the right engine thanks to Wasson Tesson.
Isn't that what took down the one that landed with Sully Sullenberger?
Frozen turkey?
No. Was it a turkey? No, it couldn't have been a turkey there. It must have been like a
seagull.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me look that up.
A flock of birds. They call it a
Yeah. It was some sort of flock of birds. They call it a what?
I thought Josh was going to pan the camera when you were talking, but everyone saw me stuff a fry.
Sorry, my thumb was moving slowly.
Get it together, man. All right. I got it here. Okay. Flight 1549, U.S. Airways 1549. A flock of birds. It doesn't even tell us what kind. I'll fire, and I'm going to put this out there for everybody. I will join you to fire any number of things at a working airplane engine if invited. So
On
Anybody
the
who's
ground
up,
for testing purposes.
yeah, on the ground, definitely.
Came off a little terroristy.
No, I don't want to do any of this in the air. I don't want to be firing objects at flying planes, but on the ground, if we could do this for testing purposes, I would very much like to join you. Just wanted to put that out there. All right, over to this. Here's Flip also talking about the smoke ring over in Virginia. Maybe the same comment about the Williamsburg thing?
So this is Flip. I've been dispatching in for years now.
Thank you, Flip.
And I moved from Ohio to South Carolina, and now I currently live in Williamsburg, Virginia. I did not see this black ring.
I knew we had somebody out there.
But it is known locally with all the military people and everything that Virginia and there's like a big triangle out over the ocean.
Virginia Triangle.
Just off the coast of Virginia, where it's like one of the largest areas of UAP sightings.
No way.
And so this is not something that would be totally out of the ordinary or people freaking out.
Am I the only one that's not on board with this UAP thing? I grew up with UFO. Everybody said UFO.
Well, things change, Sean. You just got to go with the flow.
I don't have to go with the flow. It's my life. I can enjoy it however I want. And UAP is not enjoyable for me. Because it takes a moment for my brain to register what the person's talking about.
The words are too long.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon?
Yeah.
Unidentified flying objects?
Way cooler.
That's just...
Right, but sometimes it's not an object. It's a phenomenon.
Also, the people that study UFOs are called ufologists. You can't be a UFologist.
That does not sound right. I think it's like something about apologizing. That's a totally different thing
For
you.
People around here just kind of ho-hum this sort of thing mostly. But I will ask around, and I will see if any of my neighbors saw it.
Very loud and
and I
ho-humming,
will
by the
report
way.
back.
Yeah, report back. Let us know what you hear. That's very, very valuable. In matter of fact, I'll hook him up with a month of secret shows as well. Thank you, Flip. Appreciate the dispatch. If I'm searching through something and we go, hey, like if anybody in this area chimes in, always going to get something out of that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear, I forgot to, let me pay off this story since I teased it. No matter who wins, there's lots of answers that are potentially correct to this, okay? No matter who wins in November, 81 days from now, we will not have this in the White House. No matter who wins, we
Don't
will
say
not have
dogs.
this in the White House. Your guess is dogs, okay? What do you think, Josh? Cats. You're both right. For the first time ever, for the first time in history, they said there will not be a presidential pet in the next administration, which is kind of odd.
First time in history. What do you mean? Trump didn't have any pets.
Did he not?
That's true.
No, Trump didn't have any pets. That's why it was so exciting, because we were getting dogs back in the White House.
No matter who wins in November, it looks like a typical member of the first family won't be moving into the White House. A pet. Throughout history, most POTUSes have owned a furry or slimy or feathery friend while living at the White House. In fact, the only ones who didn't have any pets were James K. Polk, Andrew Johnson, and Donald Trump. Only 3 presidents have not had a pet in the White House. All of the rest of them had. Kamala Harris, no pet.
Someone
she does
get
not
her a
have
damn
a
pet, please.
And I
Hamster.
guess Walz, no pet. Trump, no pet. And Vance, J.D. Vance, no
They
pet.
don't live at the White House, right?
They live at the vice presidential estate, which is
they get
nearby.
bunk beds.
That'd be funny if they made them live that way. You know what the most brutal thing
Good
is?
night,
You know that-
VP. Night, President.
You know how they used to do this? This seems so foreign to us as Americans now. Whoever won the election, the second place person used to be the vice president.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you would win the presidency and you'd be president, and the person that you just beat in
How
a
do you
campaign,
agree on anything?
they end up being the vice president, and they're in the White House or, like in your inner circle dealing with these things. We couldn't even think of doing that in 2024.
No.
When we come back, we'll get to those dispatches. We'll get to some talk about cars and the cost of vehicles these days. And Scott Peterson is speaking up for some reason for the first time. What is he saying? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Folks, it's very important that your air conditioning works perfectly every single time you want to rely on it and use it. And that's why I strongly suggest you pick up the phone and call Mills Air. They've been in business since 1992. They have a lot of experience, over 30 years, in fact, in keeping Central Florida cool. And their techs, they can service any brand out there. I had Mo from Mills Air come over to the studio and the AC wasn't working. And he went above and beyond. And not just because it was me. They do this for everybody. They will go to your place and look at your AC, no matter what kind it is, and get you up and running. They can service any brand out there, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. September 20th and 21st. T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, streaming live only on Hulu.
Keep listening for your next chance to be there.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
I'm Jeff Jr., founder and CEO of Trajan Wealth. I was born and raised in northern Wisconsin by both my father, who owned a small 10-lane bowling alley, and my mother, who was a nurse, who did her best caring for everyone in our small town. My parents stressed with me that if you were going to do anything, it needed to be done right or not done at all. I later joined the Marine Corps, where additional values were instilled. Values like honor, courage, and commitment. The motto of the Marine Corps, Semper Fi, which means always faithful. The best part of Trajan Wealth, our 100-plus employees who also embrace the exact same values. If your current financial advisor is more interested in selling you something or is more loyal to their own financial gain than yours, give us a call for a second opinion. We would be honored to hear from you. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
If you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they will tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. And more often than not, they'll add, I should have done it sooner. So what are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. Just text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. If finances aren't concerned, they offer 24-month interest-free financing. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Spectrum Internet has enough speed to handle all your needs, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus, Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security for all your connected devices. Get Spectrum Internet with fast and reliable speeds, starting at just $29.99 a month with a 2-year price guarantee. Visit spectrum.com/internet for you for full details. Offer subject to change, valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. If you've been in a car accident, you need to know a term. It's called statute of limitations. That means you have 2 years from the time of the accident to actually file a lawsuit if need be. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your rights to the claim. Now, sometimes some lawyers will wait till the last minute to file or contact you with just about a month left saying that they don't know if they want to proceed with your case. Be careful with that. For more information, contact me at whenyounneedus.com or dial #546, office Orlando.
Between the lines,
far beyond legal and ethical limits,
and under the surface,
too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We've officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events.
Is somebody messing with us?
Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Go back to school in style. Find the perfect used car right now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Radio
104.1.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting.
Out there is new cars, and there was only one way to go where they were at. The new car prices have fallen for the 10th straight month, which is kind of nuts to think about. But it got to a point. I saw people giving J.D. Vance crap because he said something on the campaign trail where he was talking about how he says the average new car costs nearly $50,000 a year, which a year would be wrong, but $50,000 for a car. I mean, cars just started to get more and more and more and more expensive, and the average car was going up, and it became really hard. This is a problem for younger people. You need a car if you live in a city that you're not like directly in the city center and you don't have great public transportation.
Of course.
Most cities in the United States of America, basically, you need a car to get around and have a job. If you're in Europe, you can exist without a vehicle much easier than like a big city, for instance, Miami. You take Miami, Florida as an example. It would be very hard. Yeah, it'd be very hard to live in Miami and have a job and not have a car. You could get to drive places, and stuff is pretty spread out. So when you're younger and you're trying to get this job that's probably not that high paying a gig, and you want to get a car, you got to get something super old. I know my first car was a 1987 Camaro. It was an
That's
absolute
a cool first
piece of
car,
junk.
dude.
Yeah,
wait till you see it. No, it
was like
didn't.
my
No
first
AC.
car was a Hyundai XL something. It looked like a boat. It was my dad's old car.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
And I ran it to the ground.
Did it have air conditioning at least?
It had some AC.
Nice.
It did have also this really cool effect that when you hit the gas, this giant puff of black smoke would come out
Like
of
that.
the exhaust.
Oh, that's what happened in Virginia.
Yeah, there could be. That was the source. They said these car prices have been going down. The average transaction price of a new vehicle in July was $48,000, which was down from an all-time high of $49,929. So the average price was about $50,000 there for a while. Incentives, which don't factor into transaction prices, averaged $3,383 per vehicle, up 59% from a year ago, according to Kelley Blue Book. So that could mean that actually the average price is either the same or going up because of new incentives, tax rebates, those kind of things that come into play. But used vehicle prices are averaging about $27,472. Even used cars are way up there and more expensive. That's a lot of money
You guys want to just
for a new car.
go split seas on a car?
Yes. Splitting a car is a bad idea.
All right,
I knew
you're
somebody
out
who
then.
did that.
Joshua will get her own car.
Yeah.
I knew somebody who was like, I want to get this Mercedes, but I can't afford it on my own. And so they got the Mercedes and they split it with a friend of theirs. And they ended up getting into such a big fight that they like never talked to each other again.
Who got the car?
They had to fight it out. I don't know who ended up getting the actual car in the breakup there, but they never talked to each other after trying to split this car. So maybe it works out for some people. It's like a throuple. It works in some circumstances, but for a lot of people, probably not a good idea.
Give it a try.
Scott Peterson is breaking his silence after 20 years. People are paying attention to him again for some reason. He is saying he had no role in the killing of his wife, Lacey.
Oh, is it because of the documentary that's going very well as far as viewership? We started that one last night.
That's why people started to talk about him again. Does the documentary try to say that he is not guilty, or is it?
I fell asleep.
Is it just an update on his story?
I think it just. I mean, it gives the whole.
You didn't watch it. We didn't,
the details of it all. I started it. Actually, I woke up to it because I fell asleep during a movie, and then I was like, "What happened?" And Nicole had already moved on to the Lacey Peterson documentary.
Because I remember there was something where people were trying to push that Scott Peterson wasn't involved. And I know enough about the case to know that is revisionist history. Scott Peterson was definitely involved.
No, he just wanted to take a trip to Mexico with $15,000 in cash.
And blonde hair.
With different IDs and credit cards. And can people not vacation anymore?
That's the most fun part of that story, because I know he did it. I can explain to the cops that pulled him over, because Scott Peterson's got M&M blonde dyed hair. He's got fake IDs. He's got cash with him. He's got, like, it's very clear he's trying to escape to Mexico. And the cops pull him over, and I'm sure he's like, look, I can explain. This is a perfectly rational explanation.
Right. And then they said as they were driving him, they got the call that the remains found were the DNA matched. And the cops had mentioned something along the lines of no emotion whatsoever, but he said if you can get a double with a vanilla milkshake, that'd be great.
Wow.
And they're like, we just told you your wife's dead, dude. For sure.
No reaction.
And you just want a milkshake?
And there's so many people that will be like, well, everybody reacts differently. If you're told that your wife is dead and you don't have an instant reaction to that, you're in the suspicious bin for me. I'm immediately red flag city if that's you. And all the evidence against him is incredibly damning. So if they're trying to bring that back to the forefront and say that he didn't do it, just remember that
I'll come back with a report tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know, because there have been docuseries like this. Like I told the one, I told the story about the one that Courtney got so mad about, where
Casey Anthony?
That's another one too. They did one of Casey Anthony not that long ago where they tried to make it like, well, maybe she didn't do it. The OJ one was wild. The OJ one was flat out, OJ Simpson was framed. He did not kill these people. And Courtney's like, how can they do this? And I go, well, it's not illegal to lie, or not illegal to just pretend like you believe that somebody was innocent when all the normal people know that they were not. That's just how it goes sometimes. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is all coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends. Every weekend this summer on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com. Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for the rest of our Thursday. And for today, temperatures will be climbing to a high of 92 degrees in Orlando. We'll stay mostly dry, but some afternoon showers and thunderstorms can't be ruled out, some of which could have some heavy downpours. We're only expecting about a 40% chance of rain with drier and cooler conditions expected for tomorrow and into our Saturday, with highs only reaching 90 degrees for our Friday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
You see any Safe Touch security signs anywhere?
Nope. Coast is clear, boss.
Good, because we got to stick to the Crooks Rust golden rule. Stay
away from Safe Touch houses and businesses.
All right, MacGyver, let's go. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State licensee at 2001-945.
Hey, Savannah, I was thinking today we could head to one of the big old theme parks.
Yeah, you and 10 million other tourists get ready for 2-hour lines and a 3-minute ride.
Well, let's go to Gatorland.
I was gonna say that, and not just because it's a Gatorland commercial.
We can enjoy all the great animal shows and gators for less, since
Florida residents get in for only $17.50
till the end of August.
That's way less than parking at a big park.
Wait, they make your car pay to go to a theme park?
Yep, and the cars don't even get to ride rides.
More fun for less money at Gatorland.
And we don't make your car pay to just sit there.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to deliver on our promise to do good for our members and our communities. That's why we offer better banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. And we continually give back to the places we call home. That focus is one reason why ViStar was named a Best in State Credit Union by Forbes magazine. So join the nearly 1 million members who choose to bank with a leader. ViStar Credit Union. Do good. Bank better. Insured by NCUA.
Renewal by Andersen is having their end of summer sale, and it's hotter than the Florida sun, and that's saying something. Renewal by Andersen's windows combine chic design with custom-built craftsmanship, providing impact resistance against Florida's extreme weather, which is more important than ever now that we're in the midst of the hurricane season, especially if you live on Florida's coast. Plus, everything is made in the USA. Now through August 31st, receive $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. And be one of the first 50 callers and receive a free True Scene screen upgrade. Again, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Hey, if you want a nicer, newer car you can afford, go for the gold during my Old Ride Relay. RC Hill here. If your old ride's a loser, too many miles, too many problems, or just doesn't look good, hand it off to me. I'll give you over Kelley Blue Book value. Here at RC Hill, we're focused on affordability. My dream team of finance specialists hustle hard to help you find a car you'll love at a low rate and a monthly payment that fits your budget. That's what my perfect payment program is all about. Get a great deal on a new 2024 Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Or check out our certified used trucks, SUVs, and sports cars. So if you hate your old ride, get in the game and get way over trade value. But hurry, this race ends this weekend. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. RC Hill Mitsubishi and used car superstores in DeLand and Ocala. See all the gold medal rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. And if you need to sell your car today, visit rchillbuyscars.com. We pay you on the spot.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group's size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, and you're having a good time.
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu. iHeartRadio, let's go! Get tickets now at AXS.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1, sponsored by FloridaJobsNow.com, coming Wednesday, September 18th.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is
Day, friend, and thanks to Josh for hanging out with us today.
Thanks, Joshua.
You're welcome.
We love you. We appreciate you. You did a great job. He'll be here tomorrow as well.
Yes.
Because C-Lane's in the moving process. He's moving out of his house and moving over to the other one right now. Always a tough time. And I hate having my life in disarray. That's what I feel like when I'm moving like that.
Yep, that's why I'm never moving.
You stand there forever?
Smart.
Yeah,
I thought weren't you looking at places not too long ago? You were like kind of checking out a couple spots or something?
That was a really long time ago.
Oh, was it?
It was a different person.
I lose track. I lose track of what year it is, what month it is. I do know this.
I'm going to stick around for a little bit. I love my place.
Oh, it's a cool spot.
It is cool.
Yeah, you got that little backyard area.
We're neighbors. Just go borrow some sugar from, yeah.
Are your neighbors still the same people on that one side?
Yeah, but no, they're fine. Everyone else.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Everyone else I get along with just great, and I love them. So if it comes down to it, then it's everyone else against them. So let's do it.
Okay, let's get into
No more questions. Thank you.
This got weird. I didn't expect it was going in that direction, but here we are. Let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Maybe. No, we got time today. We got plenty of time, in fact. Let's see what we got going on. And then I want to ask you about a question that I've seen online over the last couple of days. Here's Bart versus Bill Gates.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What if that ring in Virginia is just a big promotional thing for the new Alien movie coming out this weekend? I don't know. Just a thought.
I do hear some purring.
Make sure we don't have any chest bursters in us. All right.
I'm watching that this weekend. I am. I'm kind of excited. Good. The Alien movie. I think it does look cool.
Catch up with the other ones, man.
And I
You're
don't
not know what happened.
The freaky scene that was in the one trailer where the alien gets inside the guy's body.
Oh, yeah.
The premise of all the aliens.
I know, but
I'll send you an
like...
article. You have to watch it in chronological order.
Why?
Don't watch it in chronological order.
Okay, you fought for like 5 seconds to get me to do that. It was really not any kind of
I did not watch it.
Commitment.
I just watched it by the year it came out. But, I mean, there is something to starting with the prequels, and then the story kind of unfolds. But you're gonna
if I just watch this on my own, will I know what's going on? It can't be rocket science. It's just an alien movie, right?
It's literal rocket science. They're on a rocket.
Literally. It's changing my mind very fast here. All right, one more. Here's I'm Not a Hippie talking about UFOs.
UFO or UAP in the first place. It's a flying object.
Mm-hmm.
It's already been identified as a flying object. Even if it's a saucer, where it's a small, flat, plate-looking thing,
mm-hmm.
It's an object. It has matter. It has substance. So we've already identified it as a flying object, which is something. Logic, people, logic.
He's saying unidentified is the useless word in both of those, UFO and UAP. One of the big questions I saw over the last several weeks, and I watch a site called Quora, which is a social media site where people go and ask questions, and it's based all around like experts answering questions. And I've seen this pop up again and again and again. And I said, is there something bigger going on here? You know, there's stories out there with headlines like boys versus girls election intensifies. And Axios is talking about how much the divide politically between men and women has built up. And there's huge differences between where guys want to vote and where women want to vote. And the question that I kept seeing over and over was, can my husband see who I voted for?
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, there's people out there wondering, like, maybe they're just telling them, yeah, I'm voting for Trump too, or saying like, oh, no, I'm definitely voting for this person. And then they want to cast like a secret vote for somebody else. And they want to know if you can look up and see who the person voted for. To which the answer is no, you can't. You can't tell what anybody voted for. You can only see the party alignment in most states of people. You can look up and see if they've participated in recent elections sometimes, but not who they voted for. And I wonder how many households this is occurring in right now, where there's like
1 million.
A husband and a wife who secretly are going to be placing votes that they don't want the other one to know about. Like, I'm in good conscience. I can't vote for this person. I got to vote for this person, but I don't want to tell them about it because it ends up causing us to argue every single time it comes up. Guarantee you that is happening in more households than you would think. They said in the polling numbers, Kamala Harris has a 14-point lead over Trump among likely women voters. Trump has a 17-point lead among men, 56-39. Truly is along that man and woman slice line. All right, we'll do one more maybe as we head on out of here and do the final. You know, we did enough dispatches today. There's a study I wanted to talk about, but we don't have enough time right now. We'll get into that tomorrow. It'll be pretty interesting. There's more stories about monkeypox making the rounds, and is it spreading in the United States of America? There are some instances of monkeypox or mpox or whatever in Africa is where this thing is truly causing issues. 14,000 cases and 524 people died in Africa as a result of this so far. So it's spreading throughout Europe.
It looks awful to get.
Oh, God. It looks so torturous. It looks like it would be so painful to have to deal with that.
All day.
A new study shows horses are smarter than we thought. They're smart enough to plan and strategize. They were able to get horses to follow stoplights and do all kinds of other tricks. And now we know they're even smarter than expected. And let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, August 15th, 2024. MFQ on YouTube says, great show. Bye, junkies. We are not going anywhere yet.
See ya.
We still got more time, all right?
10,
we got time right now.
9, 8.
We can hang out. How you guys doing?
I'm fine. Ready to go home, please.
Yeah. How about you, Josh? You good?
Yeah.
Josh,
I felt better.
Oh, all right. Today I Learned Paul McCartney thinks this band right here.
It's been
Bare Naked Ladies.
That's right. Both of you got it. Bare Naked Ladies. Paul McCartney said the Bare Naked Ladies could outsing the Beatles any day of the week.
That's interesting.
I thought the Beatles were good singers. But Bare Naked Ladies, the one guy just does Chickadee China the Chinese chicken.
You have a drumstick in your brain chicken?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's catchy. I really, really like it. If I Had $1 Million, Brian Wilson. It's a good song. Today I Learned on the day he was assassinated, at least 9 of Kennedy's Secret Service agents were recovering from an all-night bender that ended at 5 a.m.
Shocking.
Yeah. JFK Breaking the Silence had information about this. You're never going to get this. 80s pop star. Today I learned this girl right here.
Tiffany.
Oh, close. She was always in the same breath as Tiffany. Tiffany and
Amber Andy.
Kind of guitar. A Gibson.
Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson is right, yes. Foolish Beat by Debbie Gibson went to number 1 in 1998. She then became the youngest artist at 17 years old ever to have written, produced, and performed a Billboard number 1 single. As entered in the 1988 Guinness Book of World Records, she continues to hold that record 32 years later. Today I learned a high school in Pennsylvania issued an Apple MacBook to each of their 2,306 students. Then they remotely activated the webcams to spy on the students at home. So,
damn. Okay. That's
webcam
weird.
game,
All
totally
right.
not worth it. And finally, today learned this guy right here.
Billy Joel.
That's right. Billy Joel has legally trademarked the term Billy Joel, which I think is fair enough. Based
name my
on
band
William
that.
Martin Joel, the Billy Joel trademark is used in the following businesses: audio and video recordings featuring music and artist performances, digital media, and all that good stuff. So you can't make your own band called Billy Joel. Sorry about your luck, friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missing this show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Sack. Is that all you get for your money? And it seems such a
Official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major